Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon for you.
Good morning. Yep. Good afternoon to me. Good morning to you guys. Next Tuesday I will be there. I will be in Santa Barbara.
Oh,
But
your mom's gonna
Tuesday,
cry.
Thursday I'll be here. I know. We're all gonna cry. Oh well. But yeah, but Thursday I'll still be here. I'm leaving since I teach all week. I take the weekend to drive to not to drive, but to fly home. Everyone in
Oh,
and get the
anyway, I have to leave soon, so I just want to check in.
Oh,
I'm here.
thank you, Anna. All
Okay.
right. Thanks
I
for,
have to go
I know you
hiking.
did that again
Bye.
last week. Enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Good
Thank you for going to the chat. So guys, go to the chat, everyone, and give me a little hey ho there.
Okay.
There we go. All right. A few more people coming in. Here we go, letting everyone in. Okay. Looks like we are here. And here we go. Okay. So, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, let's say. Let me see who's here. I need to make a little spot here for you guys. Here we go. Happy Tuesday morning. Is it Tuesday? Oh God, it's Tuesday. I can't believe it. Time flies. Time flies when you're having a good time. All right. So hi, Julie. Hi, Carol. Carol Salceda. Hi, Carol Gear. We're both here today. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Denise. Hi, Susie. Hi, Sue.
Hi.
Hi, Denise, now on your computer, even though I saw you before on Rodney's. Hi, Georgia. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Colette. You joined us just in time as I was saying hi. Hi, Bob.
Good morning.
And hi, Michelle. All right. So that's a bunch of you guys. I think most here. I'm sure a few more need to come, but that's about it for the general, for the general group. All right. Oh, you know who's missing? Yeah, she's not here. This student who came from my design class. Anyway, okay. I believe this person who's coming in is Afra. It's usually his wife's name is on the Zoom. Let me change it for him. Here we go. Hi, Afra. All right. Did everyone go to the chat yet? Everyone head over to the chat and give a little salutation of some kind. All right. And then if you have any information, I like because Georgia hears me say go and said a hey ho, and she writes a hey ho. So does Susie. Hey ho. Hey ho, the Mario. All right. I don't need to know who you are because the thing tells me who writes. So it all works out just by just writing something in there. Okay, so we have, and I am very surprised by this. I don't know why. I thought we had, as usual, 6 classes, but I'm looking at the schedule for Mac Level 2, we have 5 classes, which I was taken aback. And then I do remember that they stretched the schedule a little bit taller. Anyway, so next Monday is our, sorry, next Tuesday is our last class. We don't have Thursday next week. We just have Tuesday. So I've been telling you to get that last week of class. We were going to talk about backups because that would have been Tuesday and Thursday. But it's going to happen on Tuesday. So if anyone still has any questions about what to buy for backups and stuff, that's going to be our Tuesday class. Okay. So you need to have it ready to go by then. By the way, who said that they bought one at the Mac store and they plugged it in? I said, go ahead and plug it in, and they did, and it worked. One of you guys said that. Was it you, Sue? Okay, great. So I think there were 3 other people who had to buy one, 3 or 4 other people. Did you find the information, Susie, about what you had to buy? In the
No,
recordings? Did you
I
watch the
never could reach
recordings?
the recording. I tried, but I clicked on your name and then it would never come up.
Recording in progress. Recording
You
in
don't need to
progress.
click on my name anywhere.
Pardon?
Okay, someone, let me mute. I just muted you up. I'm not sure what you're watching, or I think it's me in the background. Okay. It's Bob. Background of Bob. There we go. I muted Bob's background. Okay. So Susie, next time email me. Did you get to see the recording of how to get to the class files? Anyway,
I
you
saw
don't
the
have.
recording
Okay.
and I followed,
And
I
then
got,
you-
to I clicked on lots of the things, but when I finally
And it
got to
didn't
your
work.
name, it didn't work.
Okay. You don't get to my name. You get to your shared drive, and that's when you get to the Photoshop. But maybe we can do it a little bit. Does anyone else have a hard time getting to the class recordings? Honestly, just give me a raised hand. Okay, just to know what
It's-
to.
I
do
didn't
think
do it this week.
It's a complex process. There are a lot of steps. I took careful notes on your, do this, double click, etc., and that worked well. I think you need
Okay.
a recipe. It's hard to remember it.
Well, don't forget, and let me just share my screen here. Whoops. Let me share my screen. Don't forget, there's something, again, someone's in the background. Where's that noise coming from? There's a,
There's an echo.
I think it might be you. Let me mute you. There. It stopped. Afra, don't unmute yourself. You have something happening in the background, some noise that that I muted you, because when you unmute yourself, it's reverberating in our ears. It doesn't seem like there's people. It seems like there's a radio or TV or something like that. But it seems, anyway, it's not the normal sound. Anyway, I'm sharing my screen. I wanted to remind you that in the email that I send, always, here's the email that I sent you guys today. Over here, I said, please use this link to view a video that shows you the steps. When you click on that link, this is a video, and there's always an ad at the beginning. So if you think, oh, I got to the wrong place, no, there's ads. Skip the ad, and then that's me. And I go step by step, right? So you can watch it and take notes. Like if you didn't take notes during class, like Georgia was saying, just watch the video and write down all the steps, and then try to do it, and then come back and write down the steps and do it again. I can always show you on Tuesday and Thursday, but then after that, in between, you don't have me to show you. So that's why this video exists. Now, one thing I wanted to remind you is that after next Tuesday, the videos will still be available for you until I teach the classes again, which normally there's quite a bit of time. Intro to the Mac, I taught many weeks ago, and you've all been able to get to those classes, et cetera, et cetera. But now we only have 2 weeks vacation before the whole round of teaching starts again at the end of August. So once I start that whole round of classes for the fall session, these videos won't be available to you anymore. So I just wanted to say that if you need to, so basically you have to, once you get to the shared drives, once you get here to the intro to the class, there's 3 classes. There's the intro to the Mac links, the Mac level 1 links, and Mac level 2 links.
I got that far.
If you download in here, okay, so if you got here and you double click on this video, then here are the links. So I'm not sure when you said you got to my name. If you got all the way here, then you're right there. Now all you need to do is click on the link to the recording. So this is the link that if you click on that, it takes you to this recording.
Okay.
And this is the class, right? It just starts with an ad, so you might have thought it was not me, but this is the Mac level 2 for the 731 recording. So if you got this far, then the only next thing to do is to click on the link to watch the video, right?
Oh, I'll do that break.
Yeah. So then these are the links for the videos. This is the video where I explained what to buy the first day that you didn't come. So here I explained what to buy. Okay, so that you can buy it this week. So that's this video, July 29th. So this is today. and Thursday, and then August 12th, let me just write here. You need to have the portable hard drive ready for this day. Portable hard drive purchase, let's say. For this day. And then this day, there's no class, which I was surprised. So that took me by surprise. So I'm gonna have to pack into the next 2 days all the rest. And I had been taking a little bit of time. Normally I have 6 days. I don't know why this class, they made it 5 days. At this point, that can't be changed. I tried. I said, what happened there? I scheduling sometimes makes mistakes. So we have a lot to do in the next couple of days. So I don't want to repeat the whole what to buy. So go watch this recording here. Watch this to know what portable hard drive to purchase. Like, it depends on your computer. It's not like I can give you a name. It depends on what your computer. So once you watch this recording, you do that, and then you know what to go purchase, and then you have another week until you
Do
get it
you
by
mention
next Tuesday.
anything about reliability? I don't think I
Not
saw
yet.
that, because I have the
No, I didn't.
impression that some companies may be more reliable than others.
Well,
The equipment.
the whole you get what you pay for. I wouldn't say you need to spend a ton of money, but I wouldn't get the cheapest thing you find either. I can't get into beginning to recommend brands. There's no way I can know. You can read the same reports that I read, and ultimately it's fine. Just don't keep them for years. At some point, if you guys have had one for 2 or 3 years, maybe it's time to buy a new one and refresh the whole thing, right? Because hard drives die. That's the best I can say. I usually would buy whatever Costco would sell. That was how technical I got. Now I actually purchased a bigger one right now, but so there you go. And yes, of course, you can, as I said last time, my son who makes movies and puts his entire movies on these things, he certainly does spend more on having one that's super duper reliable. This is a backup, and as long as it's working, it's fine. If not, you buy another one. It's not, just don't let it die and not notice that it's dead, Anyway, that's as far as I'm going to get, because some people can buy the $40 version, some people can buy the $70 version, people the $200 version. It's up to you. And I don't know that it's better because it's more expensive for the most part. I just know that I've known every type and brand of hard drive to die or to live for years and never die. So you never know. Okay, guys, let's keep going. We have put a lot of work in the first couple of days understanding the process of the cloud. In fact, I'm going to go over here to the class files one last time and show you really quickly as a reminder today, but this is a total review. I like seeing the recording, the class files in this view, which is icons, because then I can go down and kind of see which ones I was showing. But this one here is the piece of art that I want to show you again, just so that we are clear. Just so that we are clear that the way things works, if this is the cloud, right? And because you own an Apple device, you have something called an iCloud account. It's free, and it has 5 gigabytes of data, and that's free, and everyone can have it. And it's basically, if you own a phone, it does an automatic backup to the cloud. It just does that. Unless for any reason you turned it off, your phone automatically backs itself up to the cloud. Now, not the photos, just everything else. Now, what's that everything else is the stuff that we're going to be talking about in the next few classes. That the photos, you need to turn on the feature, and then usually, since photos weigh a lot, you have to start paying. So if you turn on the feature for the photos to go through, I have a whole photos class for those of you who are new to my classes, the one called Living the iLife, which I'm teaching parallel to this. It's every afternoon, Tuesday afternoons, but I teach it every session. Living the iLife is all about photos and videos on your computer, on your Mac and your phone and all of that. So then we can talk about that in that class. But everything else, when I say everything else, I'm talking about things like the calendar, and so now I'm opening my system preferences to see what is everything else. I'm going to go to the SBCC, which is my name, iCloud, and it's this, what's saved to the cloud. When you say everything else, I'm going to say see all. This is everything else. Okay, we were here last week. Remember this place? We were here on the phone and on the computer. The photos you need to turn on, and the desktop and documents you need to turn on. That's what we dealt with in Mac Level 1. This is what we deal with in the iLife class. Everything else is this: notes, texts, mail, as long as it's a Mac. For those of you who own a Mac, mail. Find My Mac, contacts, calendar, reminder, Safari, news, dogs, home, wallet, everything we've been talking about, okay? All of this is the stuff that on your computer gets put in the cloud and on your phone. So here's my phone. Oh, hold on, it's hiding under the Zoom stuff for me, so I need to move it out. Give me a second. Here we go. And so if I go to the same place, so this is all review. I go to the settings, and I go to the cloud, and then I go to the cloud, and here it is, saved to the cloud, and I say see all. Here we go. Everything that's turned on in here and everything that's turned on in there. So this is now my phone. This is my computer. These are the things that the cloud is saving. And we began to talk a little bit about notes, and we began to talk a teensy bit about mail. So those are the two things that we're going to keep talking about. What I'm trying to say is these are the apps that if you don't pay for your cloud, those 5 gigabytes of data for free that you get just because you own a device, that's it. You can just set one up and it's free. That's what the phone uses to back itself up, because they know that phones crash or die or fall into the when I remember, you guys, when phones first appeared, people would put them in their back pocket and they go to the bathroom and they fall into the toilet. I remember that. So that stuff that's in the phone goes to the cloud to back itself up. And that's it for automatic. After that, you need to make sure that if you want your computer to also back itself up to the cloud, and if so, then you get to see the same stuff in the cloud than in the laptop. I'm not even bothering to mention the pad, because if it's the same. So if you have also an iPad, then it's the same process, right? As the phone, as a laptop, it all uses that. So pretty soon, if you decide to add your photos to the cloud and your documents and your desktop, next thing you know, you're paying for the cloud space, okay? So that, which we've been kind of rehashing for quite a while, now what we're going to be doing is beginning to look at these apps that we use both in the phone and in the desktop, and the information gets transferred in the cloud. So if I now open the Notes app in the phone and start using it there, and then I say, now go find that note in the Mac, remember, it'll only work if you've done the work that we've been doing the last 2 classes to make sure that if it's on here, it'll be on there, et cetera, et cetera. So if you say, I don't see them, I don't want to rehash this part because we don't have, I can always remind you, go to the system settings and make sure that if it's the Notes app is on here, make sure that the Notes app is on there. If the reminders are on here, reminder sure they're on there. And when you do that, what's happening is that each device is sending its stuff to the cloud. They're not sending it to each other. They're sending it to the cloud. The Mac is sending it to the cloud, the phone is sending it to the cloud, and over there they go. They push themselves. Any change in the phone number that you change in your phone pushes itself up to your computer and to your iPad or to your watch. Okay, so this is the little place where all of that happens. So now, if that reminder, worked, so to say, now we're going to go ahead and start.
We lost your audio.
Got it again.
No,
Nope.
We haven't heard you.
can't hear you,
Can't
Diana.
hear you.
No.
Actually, we lost her picture too.
I see the
I have her
picture.
Picture, but I don't have, I have Diana's picture, but not her audio.
I don't have her picture or her audio.
No.
Should I turn off and come back?
Diane, we don't have,
It's
If
we don't have
Deanna.
Diane.
Diana,
Deanna.
we don't,
Here she comes.
oh, okay.
She pronounces it Deanna.
Oh, Deanna, thank you. Deanna, we still don't have your audio.
Right.
She raised under you?
Hmm?
I
Yeah,
raised my hand.
oh, you're raising that? Oh,
Oh, let's all put our hands by our ears.
I think she realizes the problem.
I'm sure.
We don't have her audio either.
Right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
We can hear you now.
It's not working. I did not, I tried to have the headsets on so my mom doesn't need to hear you guys all day, but I'm gonna turn them off because they don't seem to be connecting. Okay. So when did you stop hearing me?
A long time
At
ago.
Yeah.
When,
At the
when
beginning
you,
of the
In the
section.
chat, no one wrote and said, we can't hear you. I noticed when I started telling Denise, okay, what's your question, that she wasn't answering. That's when I noticed that no one was hearing me, but I kept
It's when
talking.
you just finished explaining about the cloud and then
Yeah.
everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Kind
you
of
did
screen
see,
share.
when I stopped sharing, did you?
Yes,
So you heard until then. Okay,
yes.
that's good. So you saw the screen share. When I stopped the share, that's when you stopped hearing me? Well, that's when I was telling Denise to yeah, what's her question? So I guess you didn't miss any class time, so I don't need to review that. So
Okay.
that's when I stopped sharing, it stopped working, huh? That's weird.
Yeah, you were just reducing the pictures to the side. You were just,
So did you guys see my system settings for for the phone and for the computer?
Yes.
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 Okay, so
Yeah.
then all you missed was me saying, okay, Denise, what's your question? And I was like,
Right,
well, and then I'm
exactly.
like, okay, something's really happening here. She's not budging. Clearly they
Yeah.
can't hear. Okay,
Okay,
so not too bad. Okay, sorry, mommy, you're gonna have to hear the whole class. I can't get them. The headset for some reason isn't working. Okay. So Denise,
I have a couple of questions. Number one, I think I did everything right, but when I use, and I really never use the mail app, but when I use the mail app, my last email I see on my personal email, the one I use the most, the last email I see is dated August 1st, and I have a lot of other email if I go through my Gmail,
mhm.
via my
So let's
Gmails.
go see what's up with all of that. Did you update the passwords? Did you? I'll go and check right now. But if your mail app is up and running, and this is just a question, to have to check, and then we'll keep checking. But let me just say, let me share my screen for a second. Hold on, someone's coming in. Here we go. Oh, that's Kristen. Here we go. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
How
So I
about
just
yourself?
wanted
Are
to
you
share
back
my-
in the US?
What's that? No, I'm still in Argentina.
Ah,
So I was just sharing my screen, just warning you, because just as you popped in, I was beginning to share my screen. So I'm letting you know. So just a really quick question here for Denise. If you look over here in the mail at your pipeline, or no, your Gmail account, the one that you're saying isn't updating, does it have like a little exclamation point or a little like a lightning, anything there? Then that means that you need to click on that, and it's gonna say that you need to update your password or something like that. So if there's anything here saying that, that's not
No.
updating. Okay?
No, there was no exclamation point or
Okay.
anything.
So then hang in there for a minute. We're going to everyone, I want everyone to make sure that they all open their mail app, the computer's mail app, and We're also going to be heading to the Notes app. Right now, we're going to be using those two a little bit. And then we're going to get into seeing what's happening with why your account is or isn't upgrading. Okay, Patricia?
My second question was regarding the nodes too.
Okay. What I was saying when I was talking that you couldn't hear me was I want to know what the questions are to see if I'm going to be working on them and talking about it. We're just going to continue with the class. And then when I'm talking about that particular thing, you can ask me your question. And that's what I was saying, which when you started telling me that you couldn't hear me. So let me get what Patricia and Michelle's questions are so I can keep them in mind, but I do need to move forward with the class. So Patricia?
Yes, just clarify me. iCloud is the online. iCloud Drive is a storage. Both of them are storage.
iCloud, they have the same, it's so weird. Thank you for, the iCloud is that space that's in there that holds all your stuff. Within all of that,
Hi, Maria.
one of the app. Let me mute.
I'm not.
There, I just muted it. Susie. One of the apps is the iCloud Drive, and that's where you put your files. Another app is the contacts, another app. So let me just show you. That's a really good question. Thank you.
And since I
hold on,
don't have an
let me
okay.
just show this. 1 second.
Yes.
1 second before you ask me about some other stuff. I really need to explain this one because it's a good one. Here we go. So actually first, let me show you the first account. Okay. So this is the one that I was showing you before, right? Where if your stuff in this place goes to the cloud, right? The iCloud.
You're not showing anything.
Yes,
No
she
one.
is. I can see it.
Yeah. I can see it.
I can see it.
Share it again. Here we go. So this is the same thing I was showing before.
Okay.
Just a reminder that the cloud belongs to many, many, many companies. Here I wrote NYT, SSX, New York Times, Spotify, Microsoft, Google Cloud. The cloud in here belongs to Apple. Your little bit of this account is one little speck of this, which all your stuff is in. Now, once you get into your little bit of all that iCloud, and that's this one, then you go into your little bit of the iCloud with your password. And then all these different apps are in there. The Photos app, the Calendars app, the Reminders app, the Mail app, the Keychain app, the Notes app. That's what I was just showing you on the system preferences. And one of the apps is the iCloud Drive app. And it's like, wait a minute, this is called the iCloud and this is the iCloud Drive, and they're two different things. Yep, they are two different things. So that's what Patricia was just asking. iCloud Drive is the one that holds, and here it's written, the desktop and the documents. Okay, so it's like your storage. It's where all your files go, and that's everything we dealt with in Mac level 1. So the iCloud Drive is that one. So now when I share the system preferences and it says save to the cloud, and you say see all, the Photos is one app. The iCloud Drive is another app, and the iCloud Drive is what holds the desktop and documents. Okay. Then you have the notes, the passwords, the message, that messages is your text, your iCloud. So these are all parallel apps. The iCloud Drive that holds your files and folders is just one more app. Okay. So all of this is the stuff that's in the cloud. Now you can choose to not have put your stuff, your desktop and documents in the cloud, in which case when you go in here, it'll say that it's not on, right? Like it'll say off and you just don't have it on. Or it'll say on and it's just a space to store stuff, but your desktop and documents are turned off. So each app has its way to work, right? If your photos are on, that means that your photos are going back and forth. If your photos are not on, that means that your photos are staying in your phone and not going to the cloud, et cetera, okay? So we're going to be talking about the notes, the mail, the contacts, the calendar. Those are the ones we're going to be talking about, but there's many more that we just don't have even time to begin to work with, okay? But the same things that we're going to be talking about, those in particular, it's the same for all of these different apps that are here. And then of course the parallel ones in your phone. So the iCloud Drive, so the iCloud is this big space that you own with your account you get in. It holds many apps. One is the drive. So sometimes it's called iCloud Drive right here. And sometimes it's just called Drive, but you're inside of your iCloud. So this is your iCloud Drive, your iCloud Drive over here on the phone, and Drive on the computer, but it's the same place. It's the iCloud, it's the drive inside your iCloud. Does that make sense? The
Makes
naming of
sense.
it. I wish they were more consistent, because otherwise you're like thinking, oh, it's a different thing, but they're not consistent. That's the naming process.
Makes sense, but since I don't have an iCloud account mail, so I still have the mailbox in my computer, but I need to create an account,
So
email account, so I can receive mail.
okay, so here's the deal, because we're going to go to mail right now. And remember how I told you guys on your phone and in your computer that you needed to, hold on, let me share again. On your phone and in your computer, I said that you needed to go to your internet account
Online access.
and put in all your accounts. And then on your computer, you had to go find the mail and put in, sorry, on your phone, you had to go into your mail and you had to put in your accounts in there, right? So at this point, our phone should have all the different accounts. Our computer should have all our different accounts. But the one that's the iCloud mail, that one, for everyone, you might or not be using a Mac mail. I have, my personal mail is a Mac mail. I don't know how many of you guys have it. It would be either mac.com or, like 10, 15 years ago, it was called mac.com. Then it was called me.com for another 5 or 8 years. Now it turned into iCloud.com. So if you have any of those, you have a Mac mail. And the only reason I say this is because although the Mac app that we use in our computers can pick up it can pick up your SBC, your Gmail, your pipeline, your whatever, the one that's the iCloud mail will be the one that's either it's a me.com or a mac.com or an iCloud.com, right? So in this case, it's gonna be in the actual cloud. Hold on, I'm finding and I do need to get this, and it'll only be in the actual cloud. If you go to iCloud.com on the computer and open your mail, you will not see the iCloud.com belongs only to Apple, and you will not see your Gmail funneled into that if you're going through a browser. Okay, that's it. On your phone and on your computer, you'll see it, but you won't see it in the iCloud.com. What I mean by iCloud.com, I literally mean iCloud.com. You sign in, you can do this from, oh, wait, you're not, I think I'm not sharing that. Hold on. I wasn't sharing that piece. I went to iCloud.com. I signed in. We've done this multiple times over the last, 3 months of class. If you haven't seen this, Susie, you go, just so you know, it's in the last recordings. You sign in iCloud.com. You sign in with your iCloud account, with your Apple account. And at that point, in the internet, in the cloud, like you're in China and you go to their hotel and you go to iCloud.com because you lost your phone. Here you will see your photos, your drive, your files, your mail, your contacts, your calendar, your photos, your drive, your notes, your reminders, everything that we just said you'd see. But there's only one limitation, that the mail that you'll see here in the cloud, it does not collect your Gmails, your pipelines, your whatever. If you are in the internet, you will only see your iCloud.com mail. Okay.
Okay.
The only thing, it doesn't pick up on the iCloud.com. It does not pick up any other company's mail. It in the cloud, it is not a funnel. It only picks up your iCloud.com mail. But on the phone and on the computer, it will pick up whatever it is that you need it to pick up. Okay. So just saying that if you have an iCloud account, if that's what you use, and you choose to give it patriciacarranta@icloud.com, you would see that also there. But if not, then you have to go to Gmail to see your Patricia Carranta at Gmail, or to Yahoo to see your Patricia Carranta at Yahoo. You know what I mean? On the internet, you have to go to each company to see your mail. Other than that, on your devices, your computers and your phones, you can see the mail from any account if you funnel them in through the internet accounts that we set up that first day of class. Okay? Does that make
Okay,
sense?
Diana. Yes, it makes sense because I wanna buy a phone, and then I want to use the email account on my Drive, which is iDrive. I want to put my photos, which I do in the Google Photos. Same thing, same idea. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Michelle. So by the way, the reason, I said I'm going to only answer questions that are apropos to today's class in lengthy form. So that was very apropos. So you guys understanding, because we're going into the mail apps now, we're going into these apps that connect. So keep remembering that on your devices, you can collect mail, notes, calendars from many different accounts. But just in the iCloud.com up in the internet, you're just getting the Apple stuff because it's their company stuff. As much as you go into Google to get Google stuff, and Google, you don't get Apple stuff, right? So on the internet, you have to go to each account to get stuff separately. But on your devices, it's where you can funnel all that information and see it all at once in the Mail app, or see it all at once in the contacts or in the calendars. You can see all of that come together. On the devices, you can just suck it all up. But otherwise, you have to go individually to each company. Okay. All right. So Denise, you're still waiting for me to move on. Michelle, what's your question?
I think I'm okay. It was from last week, not seeing everything on my notes, but you're gonna get to that. I didn't see my accounts.
Notes up?
Well, I put just
my
when I go
notes,
to
like notes you took by hand, or in the notes app? You said
No,
it
the
was-
notes app.
Okay.
But you're gonna go
I'm
over
gonna
that
get
soon.
it. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
want to start explaining individual bits and pieces. I'll explain the whole app. Georgia?
My sister I seem to be sending things that are texts through my iCloud account, and my sister got worried about that. It's coming from Georgia at iCloud.com.
Do you use that email as an email that you use?
I didn't mean to, but I must have turned the iCloud account on. Does it matter?
Well, as long as what she's getting is stuff that you did send, then yeah, you probably switched who you send from. You can send from your phone or from your email, from your account. Like when you text, there's a choices where the text comes from, and you might have somehow set the settings to have it come from your iCloud account instead of from your phone number. But it's, as long as you're not getting weird stuff, it's your account, it's your number, it's fine. It's just, yeah. But you've checked that what she says you received is what you actually sent, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. Thanks for checking in on that. Okay. So now I'm going to share the Mail app. So hopefully you all have put in all your accounts at this point. We're not going back there. If you didn't put in your accounts, you have to just watch. But if you have your accounts in the system settings of your phones and your iPads and your iPhones, now we're going to open Mail. We're going to start with Mail. We're going to open it both on our phone and our computers and our iPads, whatever place you want. And we're going to just see how that works as far as how it funnels in all the information. Now, just out of curiosity, well, more than just curiosity, but just to understand what's happening there, who actively uses the Mail app? So the Mail app is, and let me share my screen now. I'm going to share my entire desktop for a second. This is the Mail app and it looks on your dock like this little blue icon with the white envelope. Do you use that app to check your emails? Now, every time I say this, there's someone who invariably, once we start talking, says, mine doesn't work that way. And then they share their screen, and what they've done, they've gone up to the internet, they've gone to Google, and they share me their Google app. And then they go, mine looks different. Yes, because this is Gmail. This is not where we are. So I'm saying that only because what I need you to make sure is that at the top of the apple, top of the screen where you see an apple right here, it says the word mail, right? That's the app we're using, not any other app. Even if you go, oh, well, I use this other app, I'm gonna use this other app to check mail while she talks. No, I'm teaching you this one, and you can then choose to use it or not use it. But for class, I mean that we're using the mail app. And the mail app, if you don't have it in your dock somewhere, then y'all know we open a Finder window, we go to our applications, and then we go to the M, and here it is, the mail app. That's the one I'm talking about. So everyone give me a yes if your mail app is open on your computer. The mail app, not any other. It's this mail app that we just went last week and we put our accounts in our settings. This mail app is going to pick up the mail from all these accounts that we entered. Does that make sense? And then Sue, Rodney, I need to see a yes or a no or whatever it is that you're using. Are you using your mail app? Yes, Georgia?
My mail app says can't connect to Gmail.
Okay, so that probably means that you need to set up your, so when you open over here, go ahead and share your screen. That probably means that your when you set up your Google account, it still needs, oh, there we go, the password. Yeah, perfectly, exactly what I was saying. So enter the password for your Google Georgia at Gmail account. It probably either changed or something happened.
I think I changed it, and the one that I think it is doesn't seem to work. I'll try again.
Okay.
So when we go to the mail app, we can't see your screen anymore.
Susie, there, I don't have the time to deal with this right now. Let me explain. One of the things I do at the very beginning of all classes is I teach people how to like see half of their screen with my stuff, half of the screen with their stuff. So if I'm on Zoom right now and I'm sharing my screen, I fill up your screen, you need to hit your escape key to make it smaller so you can see me in part of your screen. And then your mail app on the other part of the screen, you also need to make smaller. You can't see things in full screen because if full screen, you can only see one at a time, right? Me or you. So you need to hit your escape key and make both smaller so that you have me on one side showing you and you on the other side. The other option, some people sign in twice if they have an iPad or another device, that works as well. All right, so it looks like whatever account, see what's happening, you guys? She put in her Gmail in there, but her password isn't matching whatever password she changed to. So you need to go back into your iCloud account, into your Gmail account online and go and see if you can recover that password and then put it in here. Otherwise, see, remember, it's like, okay, I'm going to stop your screen because that's what's happening. We are telling our Mac, and I'm using our computer settings, we're telling our Mac, please go into Gmail and bring in the mail and let me see it on my Mac. And Gmail's going, oh, no, 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 no. Are you who you are? Show me. Put your password. Oh, okay. I see your password. You are you. Okay, here's your email. But if when you put in the password, it doesn't match the one that Gmail, you gave it to them when you set up the account there, they go, oh, you're probably someone trying to hack into her account, so it doesn't show it to you. So passwords are important, you guys. It's not like something's not working. Your password right now on your computer and on your account up at gmail.com don't match. And so your computer is like, no, I'm not going to show you this email because you are not you. So you guys have to get your passwords straight. Does that make sense?
I did try to to recover it and it didn't seem to work. The other oddity is that I can go on the pipeline through City College and go into my Gmail from.
Yeah, that's not odd because through online, they have your right email, right? So
Yeah.
that works. It's a, you know, that's what it is. Is this your pipeline account? No, that's your Georgia Sargent at Gmail.
Right.
The one that was saying that it couldn't retrieve was not your pipeline. So through your pipeline
But
account,
when I
you're
go to
getting your school
pipeline,
account.
I can move over into my
Yeah,
Georgia.
so you can go over here and you can go to your other account and go in there. So then go into that other account, right? And then go into all the recovery settings over there for that account. So if I now needed to go into that, I would have to go into the settings of that account over here, this little gears in your Gmail. You go in there and you sign in and you go, what's happening with this password? Because I need to be able to see it. And you guys, knowing your passwords is important, not only because you're trying to see it right now through your computer, but again, say that you arrive to Bangladesh. I don't know why I'm saying all these places. You could just go to your, daughter's house in Seattle. But what happens is that as soon as your device gets lost or broken, the only access to all this stuff is online. So if you need to be able to go to your daughter's computer and go to Gmail and put in your Georgia Sunda at Gmail, your daughter's computer won't remember your password. So the only way to see that email is you knowing your password, right? And so knowing the password to your email accounts is the only way for you to get back in when you're not home. I don't care if you're in Bangladesh or in Oxnard. Oxnard, ultimately, you just, hey, in an hour, I'll drive home and I'll pick it up. But if you're anywhere further than that and you lose your devices, you need to know your account. If you went and bought a new device, just knowing your Apple ID is enough because all that info flows into your phone again. That's awesome. But then Gmail's device, give me your password again. Each account, Yahoo's going to say, "Ooh, are you? Because you're wanting to see me from a new device, and you need to put in your password." So each account that you're accessing is going to want its own password, because otherwise they'd be giving your email to me if I would just go. Everyone knows everyone's emails. It's like, say, I know how to write to Susie. I have her email address. Your friends know how to write to you. So you can't just know the address, but none of us, your friends, me, anyone can actually access the emails until we put in the passwords. So you guys need to know the passwords to each one of your accounts in case you don't have access to them memorized in your personal device. And that's what this device is asking you. It's asking you, well, what is the password? And if you changed it and you don't know it, you need to go to the company and retrieve the whole password situation and then put it in here again. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share just the mail right now of my not just the mail right now, I'm sorry. I'm going to show the phone and the mail I'm sorry, I'm going to show the computer and the phone mail at the same time. I'm basically going to show I don't really like sharing my entire window because I take up even more space than necessary on your screen, but I want to show you how the same app operates on both devices. Now, how can I recover a password for Gmail? You have to go, I'm reading Carol's question. You go to gmail.com and you sign into the account and you search for recover a password. I do need to move on with with teaching you. Now that I know that I have one day less left, I have a little bit less time to answer questions that aren't about Apple products, but just go to Gmail and say, how do I type that same question onto Google, and it'll tell you, it'll send you to the account, and there's a thing you press going recover account, or basically you call it forgot password. You click on forgot password and it tells you what to do. Okay. Does that work, Carol?
Yes.
Okay. So now, right now I have my mail app on the computer, and I'm going to go to my phone and I'm going to go to my mail app on my phone. Again, it looks exactly the same. It looks like a little white envelope inside of a little blue background. I'm going to open it. So this right now is me seeing on my phone in the Mail app and on my computer on the Mail app. So everyone go to your phone as well. We're going to have both open, the computer and the phone. Okay, and we're going to our Mail apps. So open your phone, put it next to your computer, go to your Mail app. Let me close this so I don't have anything else in the way. And then go to your
Should I look at my mail through Pipeline? It's Georgia.
I'd rather at this point, if you have your Pipeline here, to look at through the Mail app, not through Pipeline. We're going to be using the Pipeline app for this part of the class, and then you can go and add your personal you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
I'm teaching you how to use the Mail app, and you did say that your Pipeline is working, right? It's just
My
your personal
Pipeline, yeah, it works.
one that isn't working. Okay. So now I have my, let me clear your answers. And once you are seeing your Mail app on your computer, this one, okay? And if it looks very different than mine, let me know. And then if you're seeing your Mail app on your phone, then give me a yes. So I need to have both of your devices. And then if you have an iPad, open your iPad, of course. I need you to give me a yes that all your devices are set up. Okay, Sue, you said no. What's up?
Mine doesn't look like yours.
Okay, well,
Mine, because I didn't go to the, I don't think I went to the app. I think I just pulled it up off of my dock. And
well,
I,
is
but
it
I
this
don't
little
have my,
icon? Show me your screen, because how it's set up might be different. You might be missing the sidebar, you know, like you might be,
I'm missing the sidebar.
like you might have, if you're missing the sidebar over there, then go up to view and say show sidebar. And then the sidebar will appear. So yeah, if it looks different, definitely give me a hand or share your screen and I'll. Okay, share your screen. You might be somewhere totally
I'm
different.
trying to share my screen.
You couldn't when I was sharing. So when you're gonna share, you need to let me know. So I have to stop mine. Okay, now I stopped. So go ahead and start yours. When I'm sharing, you can't just share. It only allows for one of us at a time. Okay, so yeah, you have your setup is pretty different. Also, it says 0 messages, which is weird. I'm gonna have you guys, the whole categories I'm gonna teach you in a minute. Go ahead and say try categories. Click on try categories. Okay, now go up to view and click, yeah, here, view. No, I'm just showing you where to go in pink. I don't know if you can see me.
Oh, that view.
Yeah. And then show sidebar.
Sidebar.
Down, 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 down.
Show sidebar. Ah.
Right. Now, you don't have any mails, so now let's open your accounts to see what's happening. I don't, you
Oh,
didn't.
I purposely don't have mail because I only have it in my phone.
Okay, but I've
my,
asked you, everyone, and I really need you guys to hear me. For this class, for 5 weeks, now we're left with 3 more. So I said, please set up your pipeline. I need to teach you how to use this. Then you can turn it off. It's very simple. Okay, so go down to your settings. Go to your, go down a little bit here to your internet. Yeah. Click on pipeline here for a second. No, you need to go back to internet accounts. You seem to have moved away down here. Okay, now go over here. Yeah, pipeline. And then you need to enter the password because you had turned it all off. So say open browser. Guys, everyone else, anyone else who's saying, no, 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 I'm not going to do this. If that's this class, if you want to take this class, enter your pipeline account. I don't care if you don't put in your personal accounts, enter your pipeline account for the duration of this class, then you can take it all off. Okay. For the duration of the class, please do this. And since you have them memorized, you can just click on this or put your finger in on your computer. When you get that little message saying that it's memorized, you can just use that. Anyway.
Now I've forgotten where I am.
Password for your pipeline. account. Okay, then log in. Now, select that account. Yeah. Now continue. So this is what we did last week, okay? And now say select all. Here, let me just delete everything at the top. Yeah, say select all. Now go to the scroll to the bottom. Scroll, 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 scroll. Anyone else who hasn't done this yet, please do it. I'm not going to do it again. You'll just have to watch the rest of the class. Say continue. We've done this for 2 weeks now. 2 classes, not 2 weeks. 1 whole week, 2 classes. And now turn all of these on because I'm trying to teach you this. You can, as of next Tuesday, turn them all off again and say you don't want them. Turn them all on. Click on these little buttons.
They're all on.
No, they're all off. They're great. You need to click on them to turn them blue. Yep, there we go. Oh, okay, then turn it on again because it was grayed out and it's because you didn't have it linked. Okay, turn it on again.
can't
Yeah,
see it.
go ahead and click on it again. It needs to be blue, not gray.
I can't see it. I can't see it. It's the
This, click on that little button. There's
there's
something in
no
the way.
button there. I can't see the button because it's got there we go. Nope, every time I go up the Zoom
Hey, tell me what it says. What's happening?
takes over its
Since
place.
we don't see Zoom, we're just looking at this. Yeah, there we go. We don't see Zoom, so when you don't see it, you need to tell me. When Zoom takes over, we're just looking at it and we don't see that you're not seeing it, so you guys need to tell me, oh, Zoom's in the way or something. Okay, perfect. Now, let's go back to your mail app right there. Yeah. Click on
Right
yeah,
there?
here on or go back to your mail app on the dock, or go back to your mail. Yeah, right there. Yeah. And
Okay.
it's still not showing anything there. That's weird. Click over here on inbox. But yeah, oh, again, this is what I was saying, you guys. If you see a little squiggle, which is what she has, a little squiggle, click on that squiggle. And it'll tell you that okay, now it's connected, and now I don't know, it needs to come in. Do you delete all your pipeline emails after you've seen them?
No, I have lots of pipeline
I
emails.
don't think she opened the slider.
She did, yeah.
You
But
think-
just in case, let's check again on your system settings. Click somewhere here where this, yeah, they're on.
No, that the dot's on the wrong side.
No, they're blue. They're fine. I don't know, since you just turned it on, maybe it needs a little bit of time to pop in. I don't know. Anyway, since you don't have any other account, you're gonna have to watch until your mail pipeline pours in. And since you haven't put any of your personal emails in here right now, I'm gonna keep going with the class. Hopefully your pipeline stuff comes in. All right. Otherwise just watch and then practice with your own personal. You said you do it on your phone, right? So you do have it on your phone? You said you only get it on your phone, right? That's what you said to me?
Yes, I have my emails on my phone. Yes.
On the mail app?
Yes, on the mail app.
Okay, good. All right, Denise, you said no as well. So what's up? You're muted. You're still muted.
Yeah. Okay. On my phone, in the mail, I do have like you all in box, but above all in box, it says in big mail boxes. Below it says all in box like you. I think it's just because I have all the details, like below all in box, I have Denise Perso, iCloud, pipeline, junk mail,
Yeah, so
recovery.
now right now, I just want to make sure everyone had both open. Now I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna start showing how this works. Up until now, I was just having you guys turn them on. That was my yes. Now I'm gonna start showing you how to use them. So on what she's talking about, that here on her phone, she's seen something different than I am. She's seen this. That's fine. We were just in a different spot.
Oh.
So I was just first making sure everyone had the app open. Now we're gonna all go to the same spot in our apps, okay? But first I'm gonna talk about the computer. So I'm gonna just show one at a time, okay? So here's my computer. Does everyone see their mail app this way? And when I say this way, do you see something up here that says primary? It's new. Well, not so new. It's been about 6 months that Apple changed how it's showing its mail, which is why it's taking me longer in this class to teach the mail app than it used to. And that's why I have a bit less time for other apps. But it's the first time that Apple actually does something that Gmail or Google already did. So it's actually good. They picked up on something that Gmail was doing that people liked, which is that it categorizes the mail for you. But if you're not accustomed to it, so let me just show you. This is how the mail used to be. So if you don't see anything here that says primary, you're still viewing it the way that it's been for 20 years. Now, when we go up here to this little thing that says view options and it says show mail categories, this is the new way to see your mail. And I'm going to show you a little bit what this means. And this is the one I'm going to teach you. And then if you don't like it, you can just turn categories off. It's just a choice right there to show it or to not show it. Please keep it in show mail categories on, so that up here you see the words primary, then you see a little shopping cart that's called transactions, then you see this little note thing that's called updates, then you see this little, like, whatever, how do you call this thing? Loudspeaker?
Megaphone.
Phone, promotions, and then further to the right, you see the word all mail. If you see it, it's been smaller. So there's these 4 little icons, and let me explain them a little bit. If you are seeing your mail this way, then let me clear your answers. Give me a yes. And if you don't see it this way, if you don't see what I'm talking about, go to the word view options and say show mail categories. And I'm going to explain the differences and what they are. And whether that's good or not, you get to choose yours. Now, in the iPhone, no, this is my iPhone, same thing. I am seeing if you haven't done it yet, it says try categories, and I'm going to click on try categories if you haven't yet, right? And now you see primary, transactions, updates, promotions, and if you keep moving to the right, you see all mail. Let's click on primary. If you don't want this after we learn about it, you go back up here and you say, no, I just want my good old list view, which is how it's been for, 20 years. Categories and list view. And now we're going to talk about those categories because we like them, or we don't like them, or what it all means. Okay. So once you're once you're seeing your computer mail and your iPhone mail with the blue word primary like that, give me a yes. And yes, what's up, Yolanda?
Well, that was what I was going to ask anyway. And I don't see, where you see primary and blue.
Yeah, if you don't see it, then go to these 3 little dots and choose categories. You might be in list view, so you don't see those primaries. So go up here and click categories. Now you might be in the mailboxes over here. If you're in the mailboxes for now, click on all inboxes. And then that's where you see that.
I don't know where that is.
Okay, I'm on my phone right now. This little bit that I've got here. This is my phone.
I see.
Not my
Okay.
computer. Okay, so on your phone, pick up your phone and hold it in your hands and open your mail app. And once you're in your mail app, you either can go to the mailboxes right there by clicking on the word mailboxes. See this little, not the word, but this little arrow.
We can't click on. We can't click. We have to touch it with our fingers.
Well, it's still a click with your finger, but yeah, it's the same vocabulary that I use. But yes, it's hold on.
I don't see where the mailbox is. All I see here, it says mailboxes, and then iCloud and main email.
So that's where you are. You're good. Hold on. warming up. If what you see is mailboxes, then click on the word all iBoxes, all inboxes, not all iBoxes. And then
There's
come
no
in here.
all. It just says iCloud, and then the iCloud, in the iCloud, there's an inbox.
Okay, you don't have an all anywhere. That's weird.
No. And then, so on the mailboxes, I have a topic iCloud, and then main email, and what Amontado, which is my
Yeah,
old.
all your different accounts, but you don't have the all, huh?
No.
I don't know right now how to get that back. I'd have to look into it. Let me see for a second. I do know how to do it. Okay, go here to this word edit.
Edit. Edit will be where?
You're telling me that you see iCloud, Aumentado, right? Under the word mailboxes, that's what you see? So here, right above it, you should see a little edit. Let me just share only this one window because it gets confusing when I have so much. This is just my phone right now, okay? Do you see the word edit? You should be seeing the all inboxes as you're not seeing it. You're seeing iCloud, Aumentado, Pipeline. You're seeing your individual accounts, you said. Do you see the word edit?
No.
I think if she has done, she needs to click on done and then she will see edit because I had the same.
You won't have done until you see the word. You have to either click on edit to then see done, right?
I don't see edit anywhere. I went through all the headlines.
Okay, so read to me again. So you see mailboxes. Then what do you see? Above the word mailboxes, what do you see? Above the word mailboxes, what do you see?
Above the word mail. Oh, there's a word edit. There's a blue thing. This is edit
Yes.
on the corner.
Yes, click on that.
Click on it. Oh, now and then
Here
there's
you need to turn on the all inboxes.
turn on all the inboxes.
Like click, you must have this turned off.
There is a circle
on.
on the side, and if I touch that, it will erase everything because they're like for erasures. But then there's a word done, D-O-N-E, at the
Okay,
very.
as long as this is on and you say done, then you will see here the all inboxes. So it needs to be checked. Sorry, not there. When you click on, you have to check this. If it's off, see like that, and I say done, I don't see the all inboxes. I can see only iCloud individually, then Pipeline individually, which is fine. But if I want to see them all at the same time, I need to click on the all inboxes. Then
That's okay, Diana. Let's just move on and
that's
then.
fine, but this, by the way, is for everyone, okay? Normally, you don't need to go there. Normally, this is by default what you see the all inboxes. But in case you don't, and if you want to see more or less, this is what you do. Remember, I told you that if you want to see an account or not, you can choose. Well, these are choices you can make in your mail. So in the phone, and I'm still seeing 3 people who say no, so I want to see what individually you're seeing, but basically this is the version where if you click on all inboxes, this is actually showing up on mine. Let's click on this little X. Okay. So here I have emails from 3 different accounts being shown to me in order of arrival. Okay. So this is order of arrival, no matter which account it comes from. So my phone right now is functioning as a funnel, and it's giving me one email from my Pipeline, and I can read it, and then I go back. One email from my SBCC account, and I can read it and go back, but I'm seeing them all by order of arrival, okay? If I back out to the word mailboxes, then I can see only my iCloud. This is only my iCloud. I back out. Only my Pipeline. Only my Pipeline. I back out. Only my SBCC teacher. And I back out. If this makes sense to you, right? Then all is good. If this isn't working or this isn't making sense to you, add yourself to the no or raise your hand, okay? Like you can choose to see everything at once or not. Now, before I explain anything else about there, now I'm gonna reshare and show my computer one. And it's exactly the same thing on the sidebar. This sidebar is that thing that we're seeing on the phone. Here's all my inboxes, and I'm seeing Pipeline, iCloud, SBCC Teacher, see? And why do I see one after the other? Because this one arrived at 10:10, this one arrived at 9:37, this one at 9, this one at 9, this one at 9, this one at 6:32. But they change who they come from. This, I'm watching it in Pipeline. This is my iCloud. This is SBCC Teacher, Pipeline, SBCC Teacher, Pipeline, right? All at once by order of arrival. It's like, it's a funnel. But if I don't want to do that, I can open this little arrow and I say, no, I just want to read my Pipeline email. So now I'm reading only my Pipeline. Or I just want to read SBCC, I'm reading only my SBCC. Or I just want to read my iCloud and I'm just only reading iCloud. Does that make sense, you guys? If this works, give me a yes. And now, if you still have a question, because sometimes that's what it was. So those of you who have a no, change it to yes if it worked. If you still have a no and it's, and you have something totally different or something like that, then raise your hands and I'll answer one by one. So yes, Barbara?
I'm trying to put my school email address in the mailboxes.
I'm gonna pass on that answer, Barbara. I want everyone to watch the recording of the last week, Tuesday and Thursday. We went ahead and put all of our accounts in the phone and the computer. For today, you have what you have. Between today and Wednesday, watch those recordings, put in your Pipeline on your phone, put in your Pipeline wherever. Right now, use whatever accounts you have for this class because we need to move both. Okay. All right. So now I see no from Michelle, Denise, and Carol Gear. So Denise, what's your question? Because it might be related to what you just asked me, right?
Yeah, so I have opened my mail, and I did have that little sign that you were so when you said exclamation point, so I couldn't, but I took it off.
I didn't remember what it was. It's just a little
Yeah.
a little
So
light.
I had it on my personal, the one I use the most, so I took it off. But the first, so you said it's my primary. So you said it's by order of the most recent, and the most recent is yesterday. So,
okay.
So I don't understand.
If it's been disconnected up until the moment you clicked on that, then maybe it's still downloading from Gmail. Give it a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gmail receives your mail.
Mm-hmm.
And from there sends it to Apple. And now you just clicked on that thing and you put in your password. So now hopefully it's coming in. No, we'll
it's
see.
already a good 5 minutes ago. So.
But before you said that it was from 5 days ago. Now you're saying it's from yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
So they're coming in. At the very bottom, does it say like downloading messages? See, look.
No, not really.
Down here at the very bottom. Does it say download messages or something like that? Because the mail app checks every 10 minutes or so for new messages. Otherwise, to help it along, you might want to go to get mail, click on that little button, see if it goes in and tries to retrieve mail. It goes in and checks every now and then from all the different companies and see if it gets mail. Click on that and maybe it'll keep bringing them in. Okay.
The thing I click, but nothing happened. Yeah.
No, it's not instant.
Oh, okay.
Whole process. It's not like boom, you click on that and it knows to start the process of going to retrieve email. It's not like you're constantly connected to Gmail, Yahoo, and individuals every,
Uh-huh.
I think, I don't know if it's every 10 minutes, every so often, and I really don't know how often the app goes in and says, hey, anything new? And it retrieves it and it shows it to you here. Anything new, you know? So like mine says downloading messages still, and it's retrieving from different accounts, and at some point it all shows in. If you want
Yeah.
it instant, then go to Gmail, right? But this is like, it needs to retrieve it from the different companies.
Okay, I wait.
If
My pipeline account had
if
the
it
little-
never comes in, that's another issue. Then we need to figure out
Uh-huh.
what's happening.
My
Because
pipeline account had the little wiggle too, so I click on that and they ask me to sign
there's
up
one
with.
more thing that we're going to talk about right now, which is what these primary and all these accounts are. So it might not be under primary, but it might be under Apple, under transactions or under updates. So I'm about to explain that. So give me a minute and I'll explain that. So if you don't see it here, you might see it somewhere else. And I'm about to explain that, but let me see. There's a few other people who have their questions up. Carol Gear.
My inbox came in as iCloud, and I finally found primary by viewing options.
Okay. I'm going to explain that what that primary is. I haven't, so if the question about that, hang in there. I'm just waiting to make sure that everyone has their two apps up, and then I'll start explaining it. So if the questions are what's happening, mine is different than yours, just give it a minute until I start explaining it, okay?
Okay.
Michelle?
Are you gonna go over how to get that primary thing there?
Yeah, I'm
Because
gonna,
it's
how to
the
get
prim-
it. I showed you how they work. I will explain.
I don't have it on mine.
Okay, so how to get it, you do it by, hold on, let me share again. How to get the primary, you go to view options, show mail categories.
I don't have that view options on mine.
What operating system are you working on? This is only on Sequoia. This is very new. So if you have older operating-
Sequoia, I don't know what operating systems. It's a couple year old Mac.
No, it's not about that. Remember, you guys, it's not how old your computer is, but if you go to your system preferences, for example, and if you go to your general about, or you can also do from the Apple about this Mac. And over here, for example, I'm in Sequoia, right? So this is a feature that's in Sequoia. If you are in Sonoma or Ventura or Monterey, you will not have the feature. So what do you see?
It says
Sequoia.
Is it under serial number, Apple Care? I don't.
Mac OS.
Mac OS. Oh, and Mac OS Ventura.
Okay, Ventura
version
doesn't have it. Okay, Ventura
Oh.
doesn't have it. So if you have a version of OS that's older. Now, Michelle, you just joined us. Introduction to the Mac. We spent a lot of time,
Okay.
you just didn't join us, but in Introduction to the Mac, you weren't here, and I spent a lot of time with operating systems and updates and whether you should update or not and when and whatever. But Ventura is 2 years older than Sequoia. And when you have an older computer, 2 years is not an old computer, but an older computer,
Yeah.
you need to be upgrading your Mac OS unless it's automatic, you need to be doing it. So you're still at the OS that you bought the computer with. We went through Sonoma and now we're in Sequoia, and Sequoia has this new feature. So for now, just hang in there and watch
Okay.
if you want to update or not. The first couple of recordings of the first 2 weeks of Introduction to the Mac, it's all about that. Okay?
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. Now back to the
The three
computer.
icons.
What's that?
I said back to the three icons.
So now I've got my mail app, and let me explain what this primary thing is. Now,
Yeah.
once again, Michelle and anyone who doesn't, who has been using mail for a long time and didn't turn on the feature, it was a choice that appeared in Sequoia. It appeared about 6 months ago now, maybe less. I mean, it's relatively new. You used to see all your email. So you click on all inboxes, and if this is the latest thing that arrived into my pipeline at 10:17 a.m., I would see it. This would arrive to my inbox. I would see it. Everything I explained to you before. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do it a bit more simply. I'm gonna do it with my pipeline account only so that it's not even, just, I'm gonna click on pipeline account. Okay, so I'm just watching in my inbox, my pipeline account. You can all do that too. Now, it turned out, so in my all inboxes, I'm gonna click on the show mail categories again, but in the pipeline, it turned out that one thing that people really liked on the Gmail app is that Gmail would kind of siphon away all the stuff that was social media and things like that. So if you go to Gmail, for example, and maybe you guys don't remember this or never noticed it, but you could go over here and choose like your primary, your promotions, or your social. Maybe you guys never even went to those two, but this was always part of Gmail, right? Where Gmail decided what was an important email, what seemed like just a promotion, and what was like social media. So that's been part of Gmail for many, many years, and people liked that. Well, in mail, that didn't happen. You just would see all your email, but now that's happening. Primary shows you what Apple thinks is what you really need to see. Little shopping cart, anything that has to do with a transaction, receipts, orders, deliveries, it all comes into transactions. Subscriptions, you know, newspaper, newsletters, stuff like that goes to updates. And then if it looked like it was, you know, a promotion, money, buy this, discounts or whatever goes into promotions. Now, you can love or hate this feature, but if you let Apple decide, you'll probably always be confused. Why am I not seeing something that just arrived? And that's why I'm saying maybe, Denise, this is what's happening to you. I don't know. Keep an eye. Because it's not going to be equivalent to what Gmail chooses. Each company is choosing what they think is important. So say that I go in here to primary and I get everything, and someone tells me, I sent you an email. I really did send you an email. Like, I don't see it. Well, we can start checking. And when I go into transactions, I go lectures. Well, I'm not paying for this. This isn't really under receipts, orders, or delivery. This should be under updates for subscriptions and stuff. So I can tell Apple, no, this isn't a receipt or an order or delivery. So I can right click on this one and I can categorize the sender and say this one should always go into updates, for example, because this is these are lectures at this company that I'm interested in, but I don't want to see it every time in the middle of my email. So when I send it to recategorize all messages from Type Cooper to updates, and I go, yeah, all of them, send them to updates. So now if I go to updates, I'll find Type Cooper in updates, but not in transactions anymore. Then here I have something, you know, so you can, so like here I registered for Adobe Max and it came into the right space. It came into transactions. That's a conference I'm going to go to, et cetera, et cetera. So if you see things that don't match with what they are, you go, no, this shouldn't be here. This should be primary. This is really important. Then you right click and you say, move that. So you need to train. So if you go over here and you see, for example, that there's something that's in your primary, if you see something that's an ad, you right click on that ad and you go, no, 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 this should be promotions, for example. Does that make sense? And I did that patiently for about a week. Everything that arrived at first, I started doing that to it. And now it's pretty good. I mean, every now and then I'll have something that's not right, or every now and then someone will say, hey, I sent you something, and I'll be like, well, I don't see it. So I'll go into this one, I'll go into this one. And it turns out that maybe they're talking about something that for some reason it landed under subscriptions. And I go, no, no, this is important. I want to get this one, you know, this is a subscription. The New York Times, fine, it's in the right spot. My meeting summary for AI shouldn't be here. It should be in the second one. So I'm going to right click and I move that one, right? And so on and so forth. So you get to tell it where to go. And then Sloon, it's pretty clear. And then like spam or stuff like that, that you don't care about. Of course, there's a way to block it if it's spam, but if it's maybe so here's an exact Udacity, 50% off for July 4th.
right? Well, if I want to receive that because it's important to me all the time, I should tell it, no, I want to categorize it as primary, but otherwise it's in the right spot. It's a promotion and I don't want to be hearing the promotion all the time. So it fell into the right spot. And whenever I am ready to see, is there a good deal for da, 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 then I'll come to the promotions. Final hours, last chance, 20% off of photo books or whatever, they'll be here under promotions. And the whole point is to keep your primary inbox a bit cleaner. So select something that you don't think you want to receive, something that's been bugging you that you don't want to receive all the time, and right click and move it to wherever it could go. And you're not moving one email, you're moving that email address to the next category. So the next time that email address sends you something, it'll fall into the category that you chose. Does that make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Everyone go ahead and choose something that's wrong in any of them. Maybe something really important landed in a special offer. Maybe it's your friend, your best friend who wrote something, but it so happens that she said, hey, you know what? I just went to Macy's and they had a really good deal. You should go. And it landed in promotions for some reason because the text made Apple think it was that. And now your friend's stuff will always land in promotions. So then right click on it and categorize them as primary because you want to be reading whatever that friend sends you, even though it might be a promotion because that's what she's writing about, but it's your best friend. So you recategorize it as primary. Now that person will land in primary. Does that make sense, you guys? You need to kind of train it at first. And it took me a little while. At first I was like, oh my God, no, this is a bother. I can't see my stuff. And then I began to train it. And after about a week of training it, it became like, oh, wow, I'm seeing so much less unimportant things. Let me show you how to do it on the phone for a second. So here's my phone. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to Pipeline now. And same thing. If this here shouldn't have been here, for example, then I can, when can I do it here? I'm going to say, so I'm going to select an email, right? And I can go over to this arrow and I can say, categorize the sender and categorize it as primary transit. So it's a little bit different. So watch, you'll go to an email that you think is in the wrong spot. So right now I'm looking at primary. Let me go here to subscriptions. And I'm like, subscriptions, this this is not a subscription, for example. This is actually a teacher from school. So this is a mistake. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to select that email. This should not have gone to subscriptions. I go in my phone now to this arrow, which is send, forward, whatever. I go to that arrow and I scroll down to all the choices, and one is categorize this person. And whenever I get something from this person, I'm going to put it under primary because he's a code teacher that I need to know. So recategorize all the messages from this person to primary. Yep, continue. So now whenever that person writes to me, it'll be under primary. Okay. Does that make sense? So I'm going back and forth on the phone, choosing what I want to see or not. Now, there's a slight negative to this, that if you always sit in primary and every now and then you don't check the others, especially the first, say, month, then you might have some important stuff arriving here that you just haven't paid attention to. Maybe it's like your phone payment is due or something. If you don't want to leave it under transactions because it's so important that you still want to get it in primary, even if it's a bill, you just want to make sure you get it, then you should right click and move it to primary. You know what I'm trying to say? Just because it is a transaction doesn't mean that you don't want to be warned that that bill is coming up, for example. So move it to primary so that you don't have to, if you think you'll forget to be checking your primary, right? Or if you go to updates and you discover that you have something that you should have been seeing all the time and you go, whoa, I kind of missed that one, right? If at some point you go, this, I would just rather see everything, then you just go up here and you just go, okay, forget the categories. Let me go back to list view. Now you're seeing everything like you used to. And if you go back to categories, everything you had categorized remembers where it was categorized and it goes back. It's not like you lose anything, okay? So you can switch from one version to the other until you're accustomed to it, or you can decide, now this is too much problem, or, oh my God, this is the best thing to slice bread. That's up to you. But
what's the bullhorn?
the Bullhorn is, I think it said it was updates, what, it says the name. It's special offers, deals, and more. See what's new from businesses and organizations that you recognize. So it's not spam. Spam, you just trash, or so I'm going to teach you now what to do with spam. But maybe you don't want to receive every single day. I had to, what's that place? Michael's in Goleta. They have some really good coupons. But I only go about twice a year. I don't need to see, they have like 3 emails a week. I'm like, I don't want to see that all the time. So if you put it under updates, then when I'm ready to go, I can go and look for the latest Michael's offer, right? But I don't want it clogging my inbox all the time. So that's, see the example, it's not trash, it's not spam. I just don't need to be seeing 3 offers a week when I might go for one thing that I need in 6 months. Does that make, when I go, I know that their coupons are good. So I'm gonna go check for the latest Michael's coupon. Oh, here we go, 50% off on whatever. Yeah, it's great. I like having them. I don't want to have them every day in my inbox. But if I stop the subscription, I don't get them at all. So this really helps clean your inbox of stuff that you don't need to see all the time, but you want in there. Does that make sense, you guys? Denise, did you find any of your stuff in all these other?
No, it's still not updating, but I have a question. You said Mail has a way of categorizing and Google has a way of categorizing.
Yeah, each
So
company
if you use
decides.
both systems and you categorize on Mail, does it transfer to Google?
Google has only 3 options: primary, social, and what is it that Google does? And let me check. Primary, promotions, and social. And Apple, as you already saw, has 4. So that already means that they're a bit more, they don't have the Google doesn't have the transactions one. No, Apple does its own thing, Google does its own thing. So yeah.
So you have to choose either one or the other.
Well, if you always check your email on Apple, you'll just have that. So, I mean, I don't usually check my email on both. I use my phone. I check my email on Mail. On my computer, I check my email on Mail. So for me, it's not an issue. But if you now and then use Gmail, then you use Mail. If you only have Gmail emails, right, then you only go to Gmail. But people who have Yahoo and Gmail and Pipeline, I have all these. I just use my Mail app for everything. So then I don't need to be doing that. But yes, if you sometimes check on your phone and sometimes you check on your Gmail app, each company will do what it's going to do.
And then if you do,
I don't even know if in Gmail you can recategorize it. I think Gmail does whatever it does. It doesn't let you say,
I never tried
this is primary. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's had it forever and it's kind of an old system. I've never, in Gmail, I've never recategorized anything, so I don't.
But you said you also do it on your phone. So if you do Mail, if you categorize on your Mail app in your computer, you said you had to categorize it.
No,
It
no,
doesn't
no.
transfer to your phone.
No. Mail on your computer and Mail on your phone are the same deal. So if you categorize it on your phone, it'll show up categorized on your computer. That is not an issue. You were saying that you go check your Gmail app on the internet, they do something else. But no, whatever you do on your phone, on your Mail app gets reflected. Just like if I write someone's phone number on my contacts in my phone, it'll get reflected on my computer. That is the same. Okay. But you can choose to turn on the feature categorize on your computer, not turn it on your phone. For some reason, you can do that. But then when you do choose categorize, it'll pick up your category. So I don't want to confuse the issue. Whatever you do on one shows up on the other. But you have the choice to say, no, I want to go back to how it's been for 20 years. For people who are new to this, I would say no question, get accustomed to it. But some people don't like change and they've been using it without categorizing forever, then don't categorize. But then if you do categorize, but it doesn't matter, you can see it categorized or not, it doesn't change the fact that this is considered primary. And if on my phone, I decide to see it in categories and on my computer not, well, so what? But when I switch back to categories, they will be categorized the way you told it to categorize. So that is not an issue. It follows your heels. But you can choose to say, no, I'd rather not do this, or you can say, this is awesome. That's completely up to you. Okay? Whether you like this option or you're like, no, I'm forgetting to check and I'm losing stuff. So no, let me just turn this off. I would rather just see anything. I don't mind that I'm seeing, 3 times a week, a coupon from Michael's, even though I'm not gonna go. I'd rather not miss other stuff. Okay, so then you do it this way. But once you do turn this on, I'd say consider that you're gonna have to train it for a little bit until it gets it right, because I found an important email under special offers. That's why I give you that example, because it was someone telling me, hey, there's a sale going on, and it was a friend, and suddenly her emails were going there because it said that. And I'm like, no, this email, please send it back. So that was just an example, right? Like, it won't get it right all the time. If the email talks about a sale, it'll throw it into promotions, and you're like, well, but not this one. This one I was hoping to get, and I didn't see it. You know what I mean? It can only go by the context of the text. It's intelligent, but it's not really intelligent. It doesn't know what you are. And it doesn't know that that person is a friend warning you of a good friends and whatever sale that, Patagonia has or something like that. I don't know. I'm just inventing. So then you need to go find it, because it'll be stuck in there instead of here. But if you keep, no, this person is primary, then it'll start sending it here.
My mail app still doesn't update, which is no big deal because I
Yeah,
really
I
don't.
mean, give it some time. You're on Zoom, and if it doesn't work by Thursday, then there's a problem happening. Otherwise, let it be. Georgia, you might need to turn off your mail and open it again, like trigger it or something. Yeah, Georgia.
Under inbox on my phone, it has in primary, it says manage badge count. Only unread messages.
Okay, just say okay to that. I'll talk about badge count later. Just say okay to that. Or yes, or whatever choices. Yeah, I'll talk about badges in a minute. It's basically, that's leaving it the way it's always been. There's a choice now to change it, but it's one more thing that's too many changes. But yeah, just to say okay to that. I had mine turned on, and I also said yes to that. It's a new thing, and I'll explain what badges are right now. So let me share my screen so that you can find out what that is. So a badge is always going to be on the rest of the computer. Let me share my entire screen for a second. If I look here at my dock, you'll see that over here I have a little number 2. That's a badge. It's telling me that two FaceTime requests came. There's a little 10 reminders. I have 10 reminders that are probably due today or that I'm late on. If I go over here, I just got one new text message. This one here says that I have 3,300 emails, and you're like, whoa, and hopefully you have less on yours. What it means that these are unread messages. So these are badges, okay? They're just notifying you. You got 2 new of this, 1 new of that. That's a badge. Over here on the computer, an example of badge would be this little blue dot on mail. So let me select just the mail now so we don't have the whole screen. So this little blue dot means that I haven't read this email. This one doesn't have a blue dot. That means I've read it. Now, read it just means clicking on it. So I click on that. Here's the email. And this is an email that I downloaded from The Independent because an AirTag, which is an Apple thing, helped grab an e-bike robbery, and someone found their suitcases, and it was an article on The Independent. So I sent it to myself to download it for this class. But I hadn't checked it yet. So it had a blue tab, but now that I've checked it, see how the blue dot is gone? Now here's another one. Someone wrote to me today that I haven't checked in again. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And once I click on it, that little blue dot turns itself off. That means I've read it. But what if I haven't read it? What if I was just kind of clicking around and I didn't really read it? Well, as long as you click on the email, the dot goes off, thinking that it's been read. So if I notice that I haven't really read this one yet, and I might have something important there, I can always right click and say, mark it again as unread. and then that little blue dot appears again. Or I can also drag to the right a little bit and then mark it as unread again. So then I have a little blue dot again. And this one too, I can say, no, I haven't read it yet, right? So, but the moment I click on it, it's considered read, right? And so then the blue dot disappears. Now follow with me, my eyes, follow with your eyes to this pipeline right there. So this pipeline account says that I have 1,491 emails. Nope. I have 1,451 unread emails in my pipeline account.
Oh, okay.
Unread. Watch what's going to happen if I find this one here. 1451. Remember that number. I'm going to click on this one. I read it. Now I'm down to 1450. You see that? I had 51. Now it says 50. Now, when I click on this one, now it went down to 49. See that? So all this number means is how many I haven't clicked on. So I saw that Kristen said thanks the other day, and I didn't read. This was enough. I didn't need to click on it to read it because all she said was thank you. So I haven't clicked on it. So it shows up as an unread email, even though I did get her thank you. Had I clicked on it, that would have disappeared. And then now it's down to 1448. Does that make sense? But how many emails I actually have in the account are showing up here? I have 25,839 just in my primary for my pipeline account. I have 257 in my transactions. Yeah, I don't purchase much stuff with my pipeline account, so that makes sense. In my updates, I have 1,600. In my promotions, I have 2,000, of which 747 are unread. So this gives you more stats. 1,600, 30 have been unread, 257, 27 are unread, or 25,000 of which 1,400 are unread. I think I read a lot of my email from school, but every now and then, as I said, I hadn't clicked on it because this little summary was enough, right? Doesn't mean I read it. Now, oh, by the way, Patricia, congratulations. I did read this one that you sent me the other day. So Patricia was in my Mac level 1 class, and she had a really clogged up computer, and she was so proud to show me that she did so much work, and look at how empty her computers are. She did a lot of work.
I feel so light. I
Yeah.
didn't know how to erase it from the iCloud, but
She had a ton of stuff on her computer. It was really clogged up. And look, for those of you who remember how this looks, she just sent me a little screenshot. I love that. That basically shows me how she emptied out a bunch of stuff and how she's doing great. So she sent me a little thank you. So now that I've read it, I'm down to 1,415, right? I've read it, but I had already seen it because I didn't need to click on it to see that, right? So anyway, that number just represents unread emails. That's the badge count, okay? For some people, that's confusing, and that little thing was like, well, would you rather have your badge count be different? It's like, no, that's what that badge count is. So that's a little badge that tells me if it's read or unread. Now, I haven't yet said that for those of you who've never used this app, just so you know, when you click here on the account, here you click on the email, here you read it. And one thing that I want you to really, really get, because some people are still doing this, and if you have done this, you never need to double click to read this. You need to just click on it and it shows up in here, okay? If you just double click, say that I wanted to double click on this one from Patricia, I double click, then it opens up as an individual box. And now I have one more box in my email that I don't need because I had it right here anyway. You know what I mean? So now this box is floating and I need to close it. So just don't be opening empty boxes. Just single click, you read it on here. Single click, you read it on here. Okay. Now what happens when you have a thread? See over here in this one from Ed Adams that says this number 3. This says number 2, number 2. So this means that we have 3 emails, like I received, responded, and received again. So over here on the right side, I see the whole thread. I see the original email. Then I see another one in the middle, and then I see the response. Okay, so that's 3. I see them over here. But if I want to see them right in here, I could click on this little arrow. And these are the 3 emails that are part of that thread. Okay, so this one here, I initially sent the link to the class and she responded. So those are the 2 emails that are part of this thread. So I see my email and then I see the response right on top. Does that make sense, you guys? So if you see that number, that's a thread. That means that it's a send and a response to the same. And sometimes there's a long thread. I don't seem to have many long threads right now, but here's another. If I click on this one, it's me sending this is it, and then this is Diane, can you send me the code? And here's the code. So that's 3. But I could have done that and seen them, but just to not clog my inbox, I just see them all in here. So has anyone found a thread that they can check? Yeah. So here's Linda asking me to join, I guess, one of these classes. So my initial email, and then can I join? Can you send me the info? And then I sent her the signed thing. So that's the thread. Okay. Oh, looks like over here I have a thread of 15 back and forth that we did so sometimes there's a long one, or here's a 5 thread back and forth. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop my share. Oh, for a second, let me show you on the phone how that shows up. So here's my phone, right? And on my phone, if I have a thread, then I have this little arrow. If I don't have a thread, then there's no little tiny arrow. So if I click on this, then I just see the email. It's one email, period. But if I click on this one that has that little arrow, I know that I have mine and my email. Here's the one I sent. And if I scroll down, here's where Patricia sent me how proud she is of her work. Okay. And I knew that there was a thread, that this was a response. Why? Because I had that little tiny little guy there that showed me that there was more answers, an answer to my question. Okay. If that worked for you, give me a yes. I can see that Kristen's hand is up. So
Yeah,
meanwhile,
I do have a question.
Your question, yeah.
So do you recall which class it was where is her name Patricia reduced her amount of stuff in her computer?
Well, that's Mac level 1. That's all the file management.
Mac level 1. Okay.
Yeah, the one we just finished. So there's intro to the Mac, Mac level 1, Mac level 2. And iLife is all about the Photos app and all the photos on your phone. Those are the 4 Mac classes that I teach. And iLife tends to be at any time of the semester for the photos, but Introduction to the Mac is always the first one of the semester. Mac level 1 is the second one. Mac level 2 is the third one, which is weird because of the names. Some people just jump in and take only Mac level 1, thinking it's the first one, not aware that there's an introduction to the Mac. So the names of the classes, just bear with me. They teach different things. So today I'm teaching apps. Mac level 1 is file management. Introduction to the Mac is all of, the system settings and all that kind of stuff. All right. Let me clear the answers that I don't remember. Have I asked you before? So now, if you've been able to see the email sidebar, click on the email, see the email on the right, you can read it. You can see how the little dot, the badge turns off once you've read it. You can follow through with a thread and see how on the right side you see all 3 emails, but you can also unclick to see them together. If you've seen on the phone a thread of someone who's come and replied, and if all of that worked and you're good, give me a yes. If there's any questions about any of that, then ask me. We're going to finish this thing and then we're going to go on a break. So I want to clarify whether this is all okay. And while people are still saying yes, I see a note from Georgia. So yeah, Georgia.
My Gmail on my computer only shows the name, the title, etc. In other words, it's like you have 2 panels.
Share your screen. Share your screen, because at this point, it's much easier to see it than to describe it.
Right.
Because that way we are both talking about, we know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
So you see it?
Okay, this is your Gmail app on your computer. This is not your mail app.
Right.
your
That's-
Gmail app on your computer. So I'm not gonna, it's Gmail, another company on the internet. Close this and open your mail app. That's the app we're
I
talking.
can't, my computer won't do it, remember?
Oh.
I just wondered how to divide this into 2 panels.
That's Gmail. There is a way you can go to the settings and I'm going to point it to you, but I'll let you discover it
Okay.
because over here under the settings, you can discover how to see your email on your Gmail app. But can you show me again why your mail doesn't open? Remind me again what was happening there.
It
Don't
keeps
remember that.
saying that it can't connect to Gmail.
Not
The-
even
the-
the pipeline? I thought you said it would. Go ahead and open.
This is in Pipeline.
No,
This is next door to Pipeline.
no. One second. This is not your mail app. So let's go to your mail app where you can't open your personal, but you said in your mail app you were able to open your pipeline. So go to your dock, your computer's
The
dock.
other way around. In Pipeline, I can open my mail app, my Gmail. I
Okay.
can't
Stop.
use my mail app.
Okay. Go
It-
find
in-
your mail app. Let me look at your mail app. This is your internet. This is your Gmail internet app, not connected to Apple whatsoever. So this has nothing to do with Apple. Let's close this. Close it for a minute. Let's go to your Apple apps and let me look and see what's happening in your mail app. So go to your Apple app on your dock. There it is. I see it. And let's see, here's your Apple app, mail app right there on your dock. I see it in the middle.
I can't see, I can no longer see
You
it.
probably have Zoom in the way. On the far right on your dock, I see your dock. Midway down is your mail app.
All right. Yes. Okay.
Here's your mail app.
Right.
Okay. So now your pipeline, go to your pipeline.
This is weird. It's actually doing it.
It is
It's
doing it.
picking
Yeah.
up it's picking up.
Yeah,
It's
it takes a
picking
bit.
up now.
It's picking it
I
up.
must-
It takes a little bit. You know, you just fixed it at the beginning of the class. You gave it the right stuff and now there it is. Okay, so let's go to pipeline. You don't need to be reading your personal email. Go click on your pipeline. There we go. So now here is a thread. I see right here number 3, and this is what I was talking about. You click on that. And if you want to see the thread right there, that's good, but I don't bother. I just click on the email itself, click on the email, and then here you see the whole thread.
Right.
Okay. Answer,
Thank you.
response, answer, response, answer, response. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool.
Thank you.
Perfect. Now on your phone, same
Okay.
thing. Check it
Yeah.
on your
That I could do. I just
got it. Okay, Carol?
Yeah, I don't get a sidebar,
Okay.
and I didn't.
Go
I
ahead and
had
share your screen.
all emails, and now I just get inbox of iCloud.
Got it. Share your screen so that I can help you find it. There's
Okay.
things that I can't help you unless I see it, because then I can point you to where it's missing, and then just the description. I can't talk your way to the right button, but I
Oh,
can.
that's fine.
Okay. Whenever I say share your screen, you guys, is because I need, so see how she's missing her inbox? Sorry, so her sidebar here, okay? So go to view, first of all, click on your mail to make it turn on. So click, right now it's gray. See these little 3, there we go. Now go to the view.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yep. Yeah, and then show sidebar. Way down, keep going down, keep going down, keep
Oh,
going
way down. Okay.
Show sidebar. There we go. Here's your sidebar.
Now I don't have all the inbox.
Yeah,
I don't have 3
yes.
categories of
Okay,
inbox, which I normally
right,
have.
hold on. Go over here to the favorites. You have, when you put your mouse over the word favorites, you'll see a little arrow there. There we go. Now click on this little arrow. There we go. And there's your all inboxes. Okay. So
Oh, okay.
you were hiding your inboxes. Now click on that little arrow there.
Can I interrupt a second?
1 second, not yet. Hold on, let me get her there. And here are your 2. Now, if you want to make this a little bit bigger so you can see this is your iCloud, this is your pipeline, you can click on this, make it click a tad to the right, a teensy bit bigger. That might help you. Yeah, click to the right and drag to the right now. Just, half it there, just a little bit. So now that's your pipeline, that's your iCloud. Okay?
Okay.
So there you go.
Great.
Now,
So
let's
you're
look,
gonna
for example,
interrupt.
on pipeline, let's see if you have any threads. Click on your pipeline. And the reason I want to see people's pipelines is because the rest might be personal email. I don't need you to be showing that in class, but that's why I choose us to insert. It looks like you don't have any threads. Threads you would have only if you've responded and they've responded back and that kind of stuff. And right now, doesn't look like you have any threads because you just received them and there's no need to respond. But maybe later, I'm going to stop your share. You can go into your iCloud and there you can see, you have quite a few unread there, and now you can read the rest of your emails. So now I'm going to turn this off.
Before she leaves that.
Yes.
So she has 25,000 in iCloud. So what I have done.
No, stop. No. She has 25,000 unread ones. She actually has 91,000 messages.
Okay, so oh, I see up there. So what I have done with when I get all those message, when I get all this junk mail, then I go to the very top and click the first one, and then I go to edit and select all.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Delete. I get rid of all of those, so I don't have it on my
I'm
computer.
gonna be showing people how to deal with all that stuff, but right now,
okay.
that's people who just read it and don't get rid of it, and then you keep reading. Yeah, you can. You've never heard this, Susie, because you're new to my class, but people who've been in my class forever, the standing joke is that I married a zero inbox guy.
Oh, okay.
Literally,
I get
zero.
mine 0 too.
Right? And then I'm just in case it might be important, I'm gonna hold on to it. And in real life, I'm not gonna say I'm a hoarder, but I don't like to get rid of stuff. I'm better than a hoarder, but and he's like, haven't used it in like 2 weeks, out it goes, and I'm like, no.
Me too.
So that reflects in your email habits and in your file habits. It reflects everywhere, right?
Right.
Okay. Julie, yeah.
I have Ventura, so I don't, even though I do back and forth emails, I don't have any clue that there's a thread.
Oh, no, the threads is there yeah, go ahead and share your screen. Oh, the thread's been around for a long, long time. But it could be that you have something not turned on or a choice, so go ahead and show me. The new thing is the primary or the whatever. Okay, so right now, guys, stop for a minute and pay attention. This is the icon that says, wait. Hold on. I'm marking something. Don't make any changes. This here, this is like a little squiggle. That means that those two are not coming in. Something's missing, like basically the password. So that's what Carol, Denise had, a couple of people had. That means that you're not getting stuff from that. So go ahead and click on that little squiggle. Yeah, and it's gonna send you should be seeing somewhere a request for enter your pipeline email. So you just need to kind of re-enable the whole thing. And so it goes, oh, are you? And you have to say yes. And then it starts downloading those emails again. Okay. So if you see that it's a little like a little lightning bolt sideways with a circle on it. If you see that, okay, so click on select all. And then go to the bottom and say continue. So this is the other day when we were connecting. So now it's fine, and then they're coming in, okay? And then the same thing with this one. If it's your junk and you don't want it, that doesn't mean that then you need to turn it off from the junk, but you wouldn't want it to not bring in the stuff. So go ahead and click on it. Get your password all set up correctly, and then you turn it off. If you don't want to see this, open your system settings and turn off these from coming in, okay? So go to your system settings here. And so whenever you see how now that one got resolved without needing her to give a password, it's like, yeah. So if you choose that, yeah. Internet accounts. So if you don't want to be seeing your junk email, then here it tells you that you are seeing mail and contacts right now for your junk email. Here for Dan, you're only seeing it. So then you just turn it off from here, right? If you don't want to see it. But But if you're fine with seeing your junk email, and this is the junk email that I talked about last week, she had an email that she uses that she gives to people when it's junk. So if you know that you're gonna every, few months check it in case something good came in, go and turn it on from here and see it, but otherwise you can leave them off. Does that make sense? Because otherwise you're basically seeing your junk come in your all inboxes as long as it's turned on. But if you're fine with seeing it, then you're fine. Just saying. Okay. Good. So now you can see them. And then your question was you couldn't see threads. Okay, so go to somewhere that you know you have threads that you have been responding and going back and forth. Okay. And then yeah, so this here indicates that you have attachments. Click on that one.
And I couldn't find any attachment. This is
Scroll up and
financial
down.
stuff.
So scroll up, but you just pointed to that one. Sorry, I wouldn't have you pointed to one that you said see. So I said, well, click on it. But which one do you know that you've responded to? That you've done a reply. Okay, if you scroll up and down on this, scroll and keep going. I don't see. And then this is not a thread. This isn't a reply to something. So let's see if you've turned on the thread, maybe you turned off the thread feature. Go to your mail settings. You know that this was a reply. You're clear that this was that you replied to this one. Julie, are you clear that you did reply and this was a reply to something sent, that there was a thread going on that email?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I see that little arrow. I replied. See that?
Oh,
right
there you go. Okay.
There's no, I don't
Yeah.
see a thread
Okay, yeah.
indication.
So guys, do you see what she says? This little arrow here, that's the reply arrow. So she knows that this has a back and forth, but she doesn't see the thread. She doesn't see them all in one email, okay? But she sees that she did reply. Oh, but you have Ventura.
Yeah, that's what I
I got
texted
that.
her.
So no, but it's possible that you still could see the threads before. Not 100% sure. So let me go to the system settings and see if you have the threads option turned on. But no, not the system settings, sorry, the mail settings. So go back to the mail app and now it's internal mail. Yeah, mail settings. And let me see where it talks about threads. So let's go to general.
My coffee.
No, not here. Go to viewing. Display unread messages, highlight, include related messages. That's the one where you get to see any related. You need to turn that on. There you go. So
Okay,
now
thank you.
go back to your mail.
Can I get out of this now?
Yeah. And now maybe it didn't refresh yet. Go to another one that might have a reply and let's see if it already updated. Go to any of these, go to this one, for example, or I mean, anything that has a reply that you see that it's been replied to, and go up and down. Trying to see, it's been there since the beginning. So since the advent, let's see if this, I'm wondering because it's a Gmail, if in Ventura it still wasn't letting you thread them. Definitely on the iCloud accounts, but I'm wondering now. It could be because for a while in Ventura, Apple and Gmail had a fight around that time, and Apple and Gmail made their systems not work very well, and then they kind of fixed it and now they're more in sync again. So it's possible that here's where they were being like, no, I don't want you to read my stuff correctly.
Okay. It's not a big problem, but I thought
Yeah,
maybe
no,
it's
but
because
like I've seen for years, I've seen the threads on one, but I'm aware that it could have been that's on my iCloud account. It might have not been on the Gmail account. I don't know. But anyway, keep an eye on that and check and see if turning that on, because that was the related messages thread is where you would see them threaded. You would see them all together. But yeah, I'm not
cool.
remembering if Ventura, maybe it wasn't doing that, but it was doing it for sure for the iCloud forever. All right,
Thank you.
guys, I do want to give us a break. So last question, as long as it's a quick answer, otherwise we'll take it on after break. So what's your question, Susie?
It was, I never heard of the word threads before, but now I know what it is. So sometimes when I email one person and we get this thread back and forth, but then when I want to email or I mean talk to her again text her again, I don't want those threads. I don't know how to get rid of them.
Oh, you just started new email.
Or
Yeah.
just start a new will, it'll
And
automatically.
if you want to break a thread, you want to keep replying, just start a new one. And then
Oh,
that
just
one
start a new one.
starts a new thread. Like you were
Oh.
talking about, I'm gonna see it 2, no, I'll see it 4. No, let's just move it around. That's all the whole thread. But then it's like, hey, should we now go to the, like, it's a whole different email. Just start a new email. It doesn't stay.
Start a new one.
So it's not like the person is a thread of everything you ever talked about. It's just the reply to that answer and the answer to that reply and the reply to the answer. That's a thread. We're all talking
Right.
about one subject matter, but now we're talking about something else. Just start a new email.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, it's funny. That's a question I've never had before. I've always like, there's so many questions I've already had, but suddenly that one I didn't. Okay, Barb, I see your message. Trash and clear. That's a good question, Carol. Can you remind me about that question? You come back. Oh, Carol, how say that? You asked, what's the difference between trash and clear? So, I don't see the word clear in the mail app. Carol, how say that? Are you there? Can you hear me? Usually you have your video on, so if you're not there, you might not be there. Let's tackle this after we come back from break. Okay, guys, let's do the break. And what time will break be for you guys? Be back in 15 minutes. Will be what?
11:23.
11:23. It's still AM for you guys, right? Yeah. You're not gonna come back at 11:23 PM. All right, see you guys at 11:23.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Siri.
All right, it's time. I'm back. Go ahead and come on back. All right.
Okay, I'm back. My nephew just called me. My sister's in a rest home. She's 15 years older than I am. And he was visiting her and he called me so I could talk to her.
Nice. So you guys, if you are here, either turn on your videos if you normally do that, or if you normally don't turn on your videos, then give me a yes so that I know that you're there and there's a live warm body on the other side, so to say.
One more thing, I'm sorry. I accidentally deleted my link to the afternoon class.
Okay. That's a good point. If it's just deleted, then it's an email. You can go to the trash to retrieve it, right? So we're gonna talk
No,
a little
it's
bit
not
about that.
there.
Oh, so you deleted and emptied your trash?
I guess.
Your mail trash, not your computer trash?
Oh, I'll have to go into my mail and check that.
Because
I'm not sure.
trash, and that's a great segue question into the fact that what lives in what happens in the email stays in the email. What's that?
Oh, it's empty. It's empty. I got carried away.
All right. So if you Mac level 1, we worked on files in our file finder and we deleted our files. We found them in the computer's trash. We could still recover them, or we could trash them, empty it out. That was files that exist in the rest of your computer. But inside the Mail app, there's a trash that belongs to the Mail app. So remember where Susie mentioned, well, I don't want all that stuff, I just trash it. Well, unless you clear that trash, then all that mail stays in your trash. Just like your office mail and like in your bedroom or in your desk is filled with white paper, it never smells, so you might let it continuously fill with stuff, versus like the kitchen trash, you're gonna get maggots and stuff if you leave it. But in your bedroom, it could, like in your desk, little paper or whatever, you can finally let it overflow. And the same happens with this trash. If it just sits there until you empty the trash out. So I'm going to share my screen now. We're going to talk a little bit more about all the other options that exist in the world of
But it's gone, Dan.
Hey, well, all right, but hold on. I'm happy to have you send me an email asking me to send it to you again, but right now I am talking about this class, and I'm going to show you how to retrieve things, which, by the way, since I send this link every single day, every day we have a class, then maybe you have the one I sent last week. But if you've also deleted that one, like you're good about deleting stuff, like if you are good about deleting stuff, then yeah, you get to a point where you don't have it anymore. Then send me a quick email and I'll send it to you during break. Before this afternoon's class, I'll send it to you again. Or I'll give an example right now of resending and forwarding, and then I'll send it to you from here. But basically, one thing that Susie said when she saw that there were so many emails that were read or unread, she says, well, I don't keep them, right? And yeah, that's good. So first, we're going to talk about what all these boxes here on the side are. First of all, remember that Carol said, I don't see my inboxes or whatever. So see what's happening here. My favorites, my Smart Mailbox, my iCloud, my they're all collapsed. My pipeline is not collapsed. What's the difference? I'm seeing the gray name and I'm seeing stuff under it, but under my favorites, I don't see anything. And notice that if and let me highlight this area. Look at this whole area. And this is something that happened to Carol Gear, and I helped her with it. She says that I used to see my emails, but I don't see them anymore. If I notice that there's nothing happening here right now, but if I hover over this area, I just need to put my mouse over this area, and then suddenly I get this little arrow, so I can click on that arrow, and that's where you see your inboxes. And then I click on this one and I see all my inboxes. So these arrows collapse and uncollapse. They called expand and collapse. Same thing with the favorites itself. I can collapse with this side of the arrow and expand, right? So what's the point? I can expand and collapse all of these accounts and have nothing on the side, or I can expand and just see what Pipeline has, and I open it and I have all that stuff inside of Pipeline, or just see what SBCC Teacher has, or I can expand my favorites. Now, my favorites is just what the computer assumes is important to you. In my case, it puts all inboxes in there. I have something that you might not have, which is VIPs. I have flagged. Well, you might have flagged if you have anything flagged. If you don't have anything flagged, you won't. I have all drafts. I have all sent. Now, what do you mean all sent? Yeah, this is every email I've sent. If I open, I can see just the emails that I've sent through Pipeline, or just through SBC Teacher, just through iCloud, or all at once. So I can choose to see that. Now, notice that I'm not seeing my trash. Well, maybe I want to see my trash. I don't want to have to go into, if I open SBC Teacher, I'll have the trash for SBC Teacher. If I open my Pipeline, I'll have the trash for my Pipeline. If I open my cloud, I'll have the trash for my cloud. Well, what if I just want to see all trash right here? Well, I'm going to go to the plus sign, and this little box appears and it says, what mailbox do you want to add to your favorites? I'm looking over here, you guys. This little box appeared when I clicked on that plus sign. Okay, once again, I went to the favorites. Instead of expanding and collapsing, I went to the plus sign. Add a mailbox to your favorites. Okay, I want to add all trash, for example. Boom, all trash. I'll say okay to that. And now here's all my trash. So this is everything I've put in the trash. I have 344 messages, 187 of them are unread. I can open up and just look at my Pipeline trash or my SBC Teacher trash. See how it all works the same? My iCloud trash, my Mac trash, but this isn't an account. That's all trash. Or I'll go, you know what? I'll just look at, whenever I want to check the trash, I'll just look them individually. I don't want to have anything else on my favorites. I never need that. So then I can just go back, and since the real trash is there, I can go ahead and I can right click and I say remove from favorites, remove from favorites. So now I don't need to be seeing all my trash. If I want to look at my trash, I'll check it in here. Does that make sense? Now I'm checking only my Pipeline trash. If that worked for you, you've been able to find your trash individually per account down here, or you can turn it on and off by going to the little plus sign on your favorites and choosing what you want to see. So send later, you can schedule your emails to be sent later. You can have that be shown. I'll say okay, and then here I can have a send later, which I don't have any right now, so it's not there. I don't have anything set up to schedule to send later, but if I do, it'll appear over there. If I don't want to see my send laters, then I can just remove from favorites again, right? So if you've been able to manipulate back and forth what you see in your favorites, then let me clear your answers, because I don't know what those answers that you had were for. If they were for this, then let me apologize. You'll have to mark it again. If you've been able to put in your favorites, what you want to see, then give a little plus sign right there. Now, the VIPs, I'll show you how to make it. It's not a choice here. It's a VIP is something you have to do differently to have the VIPs appear over there. But give me a sec on that one. Right now, I'm just working on the mailboxes. Okay. Are we all good? I'm looking at my phone now, and we're going to do it on the phone. Oh, I'm using this other phone. I was picking up my personal phone. Here's the school phone. Here we go. Hold on. I need to connect. Okay. So on the phone, same thing. It kind of, the other day when Yolanda was saying she couldn't see all the inboxes, we already did that. We went to edit, and then you choose what you want to see. Do you want to read the threads? Do you want to see, there's many other things that I have here that I could see or not see, but one could be my trash. So I can see my trash right now. I was seeing it, it was on. So there's my trash. And again, I can see all four or one, or I can say, no, I don't need to see my trash. There we go. I turn it off and I say done. No, I'm not seeing my trash. Under the favorites, I can always go to my pipeline and I will see my trash for pipeline. But now, if I want to see all of my trash at the same time, I would have to go to edit and
Diana,
Don't
Diana,
don't see that.
are we seeing your phone? Are we supposed to be seeing your phone now?
yeah, it wasn't showing.
No.
Oh,
Okay, thanks for warning me. Okay, so how about now? You see my phone now? Okay,
Yes.
so let me repeat that portion. Thanks for warning me. So here's my phone. And we did this a little bit when Yolanda said she couldn't see her all inboxes. So if you're in the mails right here, you're seeing your mails, you need to back out to all your mailboxes. Boom, right there. And now this area is the same as the favorites. And then this is each individual account. So if I want to go see my SBC teacher trash, I would have to click over here, scroll down, and I see that I have a junk, a draft, some mail, whatever, and then I can see my trash in there, and it turns out I have 5 things in my trash. Okay? But if I don't want to do all that and I want to see the trash here all the time, then you have to go to edit. And then here, this is what do you want to see in the trash? And so right now I had my trash visible. If I turn it off, my trash is now not visible. Again, it's still visible in each individual account. There's my trash. But if you want to see them all together, this would be the favorites area. So you say edit and you turn on the trash. Now you say done, and now there's the trash. Okay, so if this process of choosing what you see based on what you need, it has worked, then say yes. Now, again, VIP and flagged are a little bit different. You need to have something marked as a VIP to show the VIP. You need to have something flagged in order to see the flagged. Otherwise, you don't know. I have 738 flagged, so I am seeing it. So now what are flags? Let's go back. I'm going to go to my inboxes again. Today it's not Photoshop. Today it's iLife. The iLife classes in the afternoon, Barbara. I know because here it says PS class link. Or is it PS please send? I don't know, Barbara, where you?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Today's the iLife class, not the PS is PS Photoshop, or what is?
primary.
Or is that please send?
No.
Today is not Photoshop. Photoshop is on Thursday. Today is iLife. Just saying, because you asked me for the afternoon link for Photoshop, but today is not Photoshop.
Oh, okay. I'm not in your iLife
You're
class.
not the
I'm
iLife
sorry.
class.
I'm in your Illustrator tomorrow and your
Okay,
digital.
good. So this is a good example. Since now we're clarifying that I don't need to
That's
see
right.
anymore.
Photoshop's only
A,
one day.
because I already read it, right? And she's already answered. So let's say I don't need this email anymore. So there's so
You
many
can
ways
trash
to
it.
delete it. One way to delete it is to right click and delete.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm so
Another
confused
way-
today.
I'm going to mute you, Denise, because you guys are talking in the background. It's a bit confusing. So that's one way to delete it. Another way, you can swipe to the left or to the right, depending on how your computer is set up. I'm going to swipe it for people who have like swipe it and I can delete it that way. There's one more way. I can select it, which who would do this, but you can select it and then go all the way here to this little trash can right there and delete it from there. So those are 3 ways of deleting it. Whichever way, I'm going to do the right click delete right now. And it deleted. And we all know it was Patricia asking me for the link. If I go over here to my favorites, I don't have the trash link. But if she sent it to my pipeline account, then I have to remember which account did you send it to? Well, it's kind of easy. You're student, you send it to pipeline, but sometimes you don't know where things land. So you have to go to each one to open all the trashes. And if I go to the right one, then there it is. It's in the trash. Now I have 289 messages in the trash, of which 181 I haven't read. This, you guys, is stinky. Like if I know that I put it in the trash and I don't need it, then why keep all this trash lying around? Some of you might have thousands and thousands in the trash that you've been deleting, but you never then emptied your trash. Or you might not have anything in the trash. That is something I don't know. But in order to empty your trashes, you can individually empty each one. You can go over here and you can empty this trash, but this one had nothing already. You can over there. Or if you are seeing all your trashes, see all trash, say okay. Then you just click on that and there it was again, it's still in the trash. Then you can also right click on the all trash and then erase deleted items. So it's a weird sentence. What do you mean erase deleted items? I already deleted them because when you delete them from your inbox, they go into your trash. They don't delete completely and forever. They just sit in your trash. So everyone, don't forget to every now and then empty your trash. Now, what if this was not supposed to be deleted? What if this was not supposed to be in the trash? I'm like, oh, no, I made a mistake. I really need that email that Barbara sent me that I put in the trash. You can't, what you can do is you can just put it back in. So now I'm gonna, no, this is not supposed to be in the trash. I'm gonna drag it and put it back. See how I'm grabbing it? And I'm gonna drop it back into my inbox. I'm gonna send it over there, boom, into my inbox. It's not in my trash anymore. I go back to my inbox. There it is. It's back in my inbox. It arrived at 11:36 p.m. Okay. So you can make a mistake and trash it and then just drag it back to where it belongs. Or I'm going to go ahead and right click and trash it again. Say delete. And then you can go in and empty all your trashes from all your accounts all the way together. Or you can just empty one or the other. So I'm going to go ahead and empty this one only. Erase deleted items on this one. I can go just to my SBCC teacher. I can go just to this one. Oh, looks like I already deleted
Wait,
my.
InDesign. What is it? InDesign?
Looks like I already deleted my pipeline trash. So now I've got 0. I used to have 289 in my pipeline trash, remember? Now I don't have anything in my pipeline trash anymore. It's gone. I just deleted all my trash. Now that is truly gone. I can't reserve it. I can't save it anymore. Once I did that, it's an absolute goner. Okay. So did anyone get a chance to empty stuff from the trash that you had thought were gone? Now, if you didn't think they were gone and you have a lot of emails, then it might be a bit too long to go ahead and click on each one individually, right? It's like, oh, delete this one. Oh, delete that one. Oh, delete that one. Oh, so yes, from now on, you can delete them as they come in. But what if you just want to delete a whole bunch at the same time? Okay. So I'm going to go to my SBCC teacher account. And I'm going to go to my promotions and say that all the stuff that's here, I don't want anymore. And there's a ton of them in here. Can I delete them all at once? Yes. Or can I delete many at once? Yes. Instead of individually doing each one, then what I can do, there's a couple different ways. I can do many at once by clicking on the top one, holding down the shift key, and then deleting one, like clicking the bottom. And then just like we did with files in the Mac level 1 class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a time, right? Then I can right click and delete them and all 6 will go away at the same time. Boom. Or if I truly have thousands in here, I can just do a shortcut, which is Command A. And now I have thousands and thousands and thousands of emails that I can delete at once. And I don't want to do that right now. I want to have some sample ones, but I will bring them back from the trash. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete. But even though it says delete, are you sure you want to delete 4,488 messages they accumulate? I'm like, yeah, I really don't want any of these. Okay. So when I say delete, boom, I have gotten rid of everything from my promotion section. If I go to my trash, SBC teacher, here I have all those messages, okay? So I can now say, well, I didn't really mean that. And they're arriving. So it said 500, now it says 1,000, now it says 1,500 there. I put them in the trash and they're slowly arriving. It'll stop somewhere around the 4,000 and something when it gets them all in here. I sent them from my inbox promotions area. I sent them to my trash. But where did I find them? In the trash of just my SPCC teacher. Okay. Now, have I lightened up my email? No, I just moved them from one box to another. This is not yet gone from my computer. Does that make sense? You gotta get rid of your trash from the trash to feel like you really got rid of 4,000 emails. And I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to SPCC Teacher, right click. And now I'm going to erase the deleted items. I'm not deleting the mailbox. I don't want to get rid of my trash box. I want to erase what's inside there. Erase deleted items. Are you sure you want to delete everything that's in that mailbox? They will permanently leave. This action cannot be undone. So make sure that what you put in the trash is now good. Now I'm not going to hit that erase. There are some things I do want in here. So I'm going to save them. So how do I save them? So say that this is what I want. Let me see which one. Say that I want that one. I'll just put it back into SPCC Teacher. That's it. Like, you know, or I can select many. I can select all these, click shift and say, no, this wasn't trash, and send all of these back into SPCC Teacher because that's where they came from. Okay. So it's not like when they're in the trash, they can still be saved. But once you're done, you're done, and you saved everything you want to save. Now I'll say, okay, now yes, erase deleted items, erase. And now, yeah, I am now deleting 4,488 messages. Okay. And so all of this will get deleted, and let Justine in. Okay. So when I come back, let's see, did I erase deleted items? Yes, erase. Cool. They're erasing. I'm down to 1,500, 900, 400, 0. I'm done. I have just deleted all the trash on my SPCC Teacher, all the trash in my pipeline. I still have, nope, that's it. All my trash is empty on all 4. I've just deleted all my individual trashes. But I just got rid of 4,000 emails, right? So that felt good. All right. Yolanda. Oh, by the way, now go and look at all your trashes, see if you can trash some stuff, then go
Why
to
do
your
you keep shaking
trashes,
my hand,
delete them
man?
individually. So do all that. And when you've done that successfully, then give me a yes. Okay, sorry. Yes, Yolanda?
I wanted to make sure that what I trash does not retain in the time machine. How do I know that those that I have trashed did not stay or did not
Yeah,
go?
so Yolanda, that question, hold on to that. We're going to talk about it next week when we talk about the time machine. It's a really good question because the time machine is precisely made to prevent mistakes. What if you did trash everything and you weren't supposed to? The time machine allows you to go back in time and go find your settings the way they were 2 weeks ago before you trashed them. So you can't go in the time machine to delete what happened two weeks ago. Does that make sense? In the time machine, you will find those emails there again. So it's not about saving space on your time machine. The time machine is not supposed to be accessed. It's supposed to be there just in case you messed up and you just deleted the contract to the sale of your house, for example. Phew, I can go back in 2 weeks from when I did that and go into the trash of 2 weeks ago and it's still there. Okay, but we'll get deeper and deeper into that next week because the whole point of the time machine is to save yourself from mistakes like trashing things that are important. Okay, so that's why it doesn't work that way. But you'll understand more about time machine when we actually do the time machine. But no, basically anything that you have in your computer 10 days ago in the time machine, if you backtrack to 10 days ago, it'll be there. All right. So all you can do is keep your computer up to date. And then after a while, after a year of being like Susie, who she always empty, or like my husband, you empty your trash, then I'll be able to go back a year from now and I'll still won't find it because it's gone. It'll be gone also in the trash on your time machine. But if you're trash has been sitting here in the trash for, 6 months, I can go back 6 months in my time machine and I can go still find that trash, okay? So good question,
Why
and
does my hand keep
you'll
getting
understand more once you understand more about the time machine. But yes, Bob?
Yeah, could you go back over what you said about Command A? I missed that.
Command A is a select all shortcut for the world of computers, no matter wherever, Photoshop, InDesign, Word, Excel. So if I say I want to click Shift click to get these 4 at a time, I'm getting,
Yeah.
but if I want to get everything that's in here, I can do Command and then tap the letter A, and I will get everything. Now be careful, don't do that to your important mail, because if you do that to your important mail and then you're not sure and you end up trashing everything, I don't want you to blame me. Just saying, it's the Command A is always a good shortcut for when you want to get rid of a bunch of stuff at the same time. Okay,
great.
Barbara.
When I look at my mail, you know how there's inbox, flag, drafts, and sent? Well, there's numbers behind, and there's no number behind inbox. There's some behind flagged and drafts, but there's
Why
none
don't you
behind
just-
sent.
Yeah, so that
And
means that you don't have
you
anything.
have numbers behind.
Stop. Thank you. Those numbers are unread messages. Okay, these are unread.
No, in the sent.
So in the sent, in my pipeline, I must have something there. That's an unread message in my sent. There's another
But
one.
you have
I have
numbers
15
behind
I
your
have 15
sent.
What?
You have numbers behind your to the right of sent. I don't have
There.
numbers behind
That's fine.
sent.
That means that you read your emails. So once I click on this and read it, it went from 413 to 412. I have read it. That's all that means. Right now it says 14. If I click on this one, the ball disappears now down to 411. If you don't have numbers, it's because you have clicked on your emails. That's all it means. If you don't have little balls, then it won't count. This is just how many.
Can I show you my screen?
We actually, since we did this before you arrived in the other class, I'm going to pass on this one. These numbers just means you have not clicked on them. If you don't have a number here, like I don't have under SPC teacher a number, I don't have under iCloud a number, I only have on pipeline, that means that I have read and clicked on all these emails. If instead I have any number here, it just means I haven't clicked on it. That's all it means. So if you have nothing here, any of these have no numbers, that just means that you click on every email that you receive. That's all it means. It's so unimportant. Like, see, that has a blue dot, that has a blue dot, that's adding up to 34. This one, on the other hand, is considered as read because it doesn't have a little blue dot, thus it doesn't show up here. Now I'm going to click on this one, boom. Now that went down to 33.
Oh, okay. After I sent it, I opened it and read it. So there's no number.
There's no number. If you haven't,
okay. Thank you.
Have no number, it means you have dealt with, you have read it. That's all that means. It is actually not even an important number. So I wish it wasn't so prominent because people think, oh, that's all the emails I have. No, that's just emails you haven't clicked on. The moment I click on it, it keeps going down, it keeps going down, it keeps
Oh,
going down.
yeah, I understand that.
All that matters is that I have in this account, in my inboxes, I have 23,000 messages and 1,200 those are unread. So if I add these numbers together, it added up to 1,200. That's all that number means. It's statistics.
thanks.
It matters to you.
I
fine.
was totally confused. It's why doesn't it show 4
Because you have clicked on them. All right,
All
Julie.
right. Got it.
Julie.
Yeah. I'm in my trash under my Gmail and I have 291. So I thought I had it set for emptying in 30 days. Some of these are from March.
Wait, hold on. That's your computer trash.
Right.
Your computer trash, the one on the dock, Let me share my screen, and this is important because we talked about this with her in another class. This trash, the one on the dock, that is your computer trash, and it deals with files. And she set it up to empty out every 30 days in the system settings for the Finder app. That is not related to what happens to the trash in your mail. Now, can
Okay.
you do that? Can you have it empty itself out automatically? That'll be in the settings for mail settings. And in the mail settings, you can decide what you want to do. And I believe under viewing, you can tell move discarded items into the trash, but then it doesn't, I don't think there's a place where the trash empties out automatically. Let me see, there is.
Right.
Let me check. There might be one, mailbox behaviors. Yes, under mailbox behaviors, erase deleted messages. And so there is a choice there. So if you guys want, I can walk you to this. If you guys want your trash to delete itself automatically, because you never want to check it, because you know that if you put it in the trash, it's a good reason you put it in there, then you can set that up. But it is separate from the other trash, so you need to set it up for this app, okay? As much as
Okay.
people who take my photos class, in the Photos app, you delete things internally, each app has its own trash. So if that's what you want to do, I can show you that. Does anyone else want that? I can show you that.
Well, how do I'm in my trash on the email.
Yes.
How do I empty those things? Because when I
Okay.
do a right click,
Erase deleted items. Right click on the trash.
it
Erase.
just says move to junk. It doesn't say, I don't have anything. Wait a minute.
Okay, you can share your screen and I can see because you should have a choice to delete.
See, this is my Gmail trash.
Okay.
And say I want to delete this one because it was
Oh, if
from
you want to
April.
delete one, not your whole trash, but that one.
Well, I was trying to do a whole block of maybe 10, but
Okay, then select the one at the top, join our virtual, and then shift click the bottom one. Okay, now right click. And then delete.
Where does it say delete?
Let me get my little pencil.
Oh, here. Yeah, found it. Okay.
You
I guess
deleted
I
it
didn't see.
from the trash. Once you delete it from the trash, it's truly gone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and if you wanted to delete the entire trash, you would have to right click the trash, and then it would delete all 284 messages at once. Like you right click on the mailbox. You don't need to follow through. Go ahead and right click on the trash mailbox. Right click right there. And then if you say it, erase deleted items, then it would delete all 284. And if that's not what you want, you can do it one by one. Or
Okay,
10 by
thank
10
you.
or whatever by whatever. Okay.
Okay,
And then
great,
there's one
thank
more
you.
thing. There's one more thing. I looked up during break. Let me clear these off. I was looking up the thread because I was surprised that Ventura didn't have it. Can you go up here to view? Yeah. And it's conversations. It's collapse all conversations, I believe, or expand to see the conversations show up as threads. I don't remember if it's expand or collapse. Might be expand, but click on one of those and then go see if anything changes with those threads. Or the other way around, like it's one or the other of those is what you needed to do in Ventura to see the threads in one email. But you're in the trash right now, so that won't work.
Yeah.
You need to do it in your inbox. So go to an inbox. Well, if you do it like that, it'll only happen for this one and not for all your inboxes, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna do it, then do it to all of them. Then go to view. And then go to one that
Oops,
you know you
sorry.
replied to. Because right now you don't have any replies there. And then, yeah, click on view. And then organize by conversation. Yeah, so now go to one that you've replied to. Click on this one and let's see. Oh, right there, you had a reply. Ah, I had chosen one. Okay, that one.
Yeah, but,
And there we go. See how you're seeing both of the emails now? There.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Bob?
Could you explain again what those smart mailboxes were about? Like, I have.
Hold on, because talking about smart mailboxes right now is ahead of actually explaining mailboxes, so give me a minute.
Oh, okay.
Talk first about making a mailbox on your own. So guys, first of all, I want to clear your feedback. And before I continue remember, I have a lot of apps to show you, and I have 1 day less than I thought. Normally, when I know it's 5 days, I teach one way when I know it's 6 days, but for some reason, it's 1 day shorter than I expected. That's my bad. It's always 6 days, and I don't know why they made this one 5 days. So I need to know how deeply to go into each app, because I do want to show you a few others, and I just have today and Thursday. So, who already uses this mail app? Like, you've been using it, you're comfortable with it? Give me a yes, like, you're comfortable, you've been using it, and yes, there's always more you can learn, but you've been using it, it's something you've normally used. Who has never used this app before? You've always checked in mail a different way, maybe through the Gmail app or some other way, then give me a no. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing 4 no's that you've used something else, and the rest of you are saying yes on the computer. Okay. Now I'm going to clear your answers. And now on the phone, who's been using the mail app and who's been checking emails a different way? If you've been using the mail app on your phone, it's more typical for people to be using the phone one than the computer one. Then give me a yes, or give me a no if no, on the phone you check a different way, or you don't check your phone, or so it's the other way around. She uses her phone and not her computer. But a lot of people hate checking email on their phones, and so they only check on their computers, and their phone is for something else. So it's different. Okay, so a few less on their phone. It's interesting, Susie, because you said you use the computer app a lot, but not the phone. And it's the other way around. So that's interesting. So actually I have one extra person of no on this side than the other. Okay. The reason I'm asking is because since I have all these different apps I want to cover, I want to know how much time to spend individually, because mail itself can take 3 days if I go deep into mail. So now a new question for those of you who've said no, right? That you haven't used this mail app, and it's okay if the answer to this is no, but those of you who already said no, would this be something you're considering adopting, or are you just going to keep checking the way you've checked? And you don't need to convince me why or why not. Give me for those of you who said no, right? There's 4 of you who've been saying no and 1 more. Is this something that now you see as so like Michelle, Susie, Sue, Bob?
Are you saying on the computer or on the phone?
Either one, the mail app that you haven't used. Some of you haven't used one and some of you haven't used the other, right? And some haven't used either. So now that you've seen it work, are you like, okay, let's wait until she's done because I'm not going to use it anyway? Or, hey, this kind of seems to be interesting. I didn't know I could use it on the phone, or I didn't know I could use it on the computer. Or I'm going to stick to my way. So yes means sure, I'm going to adopt it, or at least give it a try. And no means nope, I'm happy doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay.
What is the other option on the phone?
What's that?
What is the other option on the phone if you don't use the mail app?
Using the Gmail app. You can always go to the brand name of the Gmail and have the Gmail app to check your Gmail.
By using the M app?
Yeah. That's the brand. That's the one that you have to download and install on your phone to check just your Gmail. It won't check Yahoo, it won't check anything else, and then you can't see the emails at the same time, but you can switch to see Pipeline or Personal or whatever, but you can't see them all together. That's the only big difference, right? Versus the mail app, you can see them all at once, so to say, which I find really comfortable, but I'm not saying that everyone has to be comfortable. That's why we all have different choices in life. Okay. So, those of you who have not used it before and now are going to adopt it, which at this point is Susie or Michelle or Barbara or Carol, you're the rest of you, you're not going to adopt it, then you're fine knowing what you know. But of the 4 who said yeah, or Georgia, I think you said yeah. I don't think Georgia, you had said no before though. But okay, of the 4 who said yes, you're adopting something that's new to you, which is the only ones who said yes should be people who are saying, yeah, I'm going to start doing this that you showed me that I hadn't used before. Then is there a specific question you have that you might want to know? Because I want to actually answer a few more things here, but I do want to know something else. Like, is there like, I used to do this other way. Can you do that here on the mail app? Can you do that on the phone and not on the computer? It's like, is there something that you 4 have who are changing what you've done, so to say? Nothing in particular?
No.
Shell, Susie, Barbara? Anything that you might need to know before it stops you, Georgia? No questions? Okay. All right. So I'm open to, oh, Susie, your hand is up. Yes, Susie? You're muted.
Up comes the word inbox. And is that mail? If it says inbox, and like I've got email from like people. So is that the mail app?
Inside of the mail app, there's an inbox, which is things that arrive.
Okay, and it's got the cart and the megaphone and says primary.
Yes.
So I must be using it then already.
Yeah, you're the one who said that you delete stuff, so it seemed strange. It seemed to me that you were using it.
Right, so I must be using it. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, that's the mail app. And if you ever look at an app and you don't know what it is, like in this case, if I'm using this app and I look up at the Apple right next to it, the word says mail, that's a mail app. If I look down at the dock and I hover over it, it says mail. Hover over this one, it says messages. Hover, it says Safari. So that's the name of the app.
Okay.
These apps used to be called like different names, and now they went down. Like it was used to be iCal, now it's just calendar. This one used to be, I don't know what this, no, contacts, I think has always been contacts. They've all had different names. Now they're just called the name that they are. But in this calendar, it's not just a Mac calendar. You can again swoop in all the different calendars from different places, all the contacts from different places, all the mail from different places, all the, well, text.
But it doesn't show all of that on your phone.
What?
It doesn't show all of those across the bottom on your phone. To see what it was.
Yeah. All these apps are on the phone as well. And that's why I want to move on to those apps.
Right.
Yeah, all those apps are on your phone. What's that?
I said, go ahead. I guess I am using it. I just didn't know it was called on my phone.
Yeah, on your phone, this is the calendar app. This is the notes app. This is the contacts app. Where is it? One of these. There's my contacts app. There's my mail app, right?
Got it.
So that's the app that holds all your mails, all your contacts, all your calendars, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what they're called, both on the Mac and on the phone. Okay.
Thank you.
Denise?
Yeah, on my phone, the mail app works. If my mail app would work on my computer where it would update this, where it doesn't update, I might change my mind. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, but you said it updated up until yesterday and you're still waiting for it to
Yeah,
update.
but now all of a
So
sudden.
now it wasn't working because you didn't have your password. So now we
Now it updates to the 24th of July all of a sudden. So I don't know what's going on. So if it would
you
work,
need to
maybe
be off of Zoom, close them, restart your computer, or open it up again and see if it all,
I'll
it's
see
like,
what it, So I might change my mind because it works well on my phone. So
yeah, and at this point, unless there's something turned on or turned off, then it's just about giving permissions to the accounts, reset the computer and start it, and it should work. There's a chance it doesn't work. I've never had an app that only uploads like that's never been a problem. So I would think it's probably more like it's waiting to, when you're done with Zoom, you have two people on Zoom right now on two computers because right
Yeah.
now Rodney and Denise are on the same class. Both are using Zoom on the same system. So you probably need to just like get it
Maybe.
timed because you probably
Right.
have a ton of emails and they need to be uploading.
Right.
Okay, like when I share mine here, look, see down here at the bottom, it says downloading messages, 12,000 or 57,000 or whatever. So it's still going in there and downloading. It's been on all the time. We've been talking about it. So it's like it's going in and working on stuff. Okay. All right. Michelle. And by the way, I don't care if the answer is no. I'm not trying to convince you. I just wanted to know if you have a specific question that you can answer before I move on to another. You can be happy going, I've done this all my life. Life is good. Don't give me anything new. And that's great.
Right. No, I kind of like it. It
Yeah.
just, yeah.
It's nice to have the same, if you're already using it on the phone.
Right.
If you're
Mhm.
switching and you've never used it, then you might want to consider it. But if you're using one on one side, use it on the other, then it's kind of, it's the same thing. I prefer writing emails definitely on my computer. Like I do not write emails on my phone ever. I would just go crazy tapping. I'll tap
Yeah.
a text, but I will not write an email on my phone. Not me. But
Just to,
guys are fine doing that. We all have, our choices. Yes,
yeah.
Michelle?
Yeah, I did a test, compose, send, and I didn't get it.
Okay.
So I don't know, is it working or what?
All right, well, we're gonna, did you do it on your phone or on your computer, and who did you send it to?
I sent it to myself.
Okay, so, that's what I was
I
trying
don't
to
think
see
it
whether I
worked.
needed to do that. Yeah, well, if it wouldn't have worked, it would be an outgoing, so that's kind of what I was wondering, do I need to go through that or not, depending on who's using it or not? So you did it on your computer. Let me look at the time. I definitely need to go on to some, I'm almost done.
Okay, well,
Not
maybe
good. Okay.
next time, or I'll check out, I'll look into
No,
it.
I'm gonna just show it to you rather quickly and move on because as I said, usually I spend a whole day and a half on mail, but I'm kind of trying to condense. But I'll know if you've tried it and didn't work, it didn't work. So let me go to pipeline. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new message. And if anyone wants to do this with me, go ahead and create a new message. Here's the new message. Let's go over here and click, and this new message thing pops up. Okay. And usually I spend a little bit more time teaching other stuff. But anyway, this new message is how you start writing an email. So I want to show you in the contacts writing email. I'm going to show you a couple more things. I'm trying to prioritize. Say that I write to myself at my SBCC teacher. I'm going to say SBCC teacher, and it's coming up since I've written, it's in my contact books. I've already written to myself, it comes up. So all I need to do is hit the tab or click on that and there it comes in. So I've sent it to my SBCC teacher. I'm going to say test sending to myself is the email that I'm subject. And now I'm going to say, hi, I just sent this to myself at my pipeline account. So I'm just telling myself what I'm doing. Okay. No, to my SBCC teacher account. Now, and this is the thing that matters, and I did want to go through this. Right now, where am I sending it from? I am sending it from my pipeline account because I clicked on my pipeline and I began my new email from my pipeline. But remember, I have 4 accounts in here. What if I want to send this one from my SBCC account? Maybe I want to send it from my own account, this SBCC teacher. Like you can decide to send it from whichever. The reason it was at pipeline is because I started this. Let me just, by selecting pipeline when I said new message. Okay, so it automatically said from. Try that out, you guys. Try out clicking on from and choosing which account you want to send your email from. Okay, this is the part that blows people's minds. What? I can choose where I send it from instead of having to go to each account. Yeah, you can be teacher Diana, or you can be business person, Deanna, or you can be home person, Deanna, right? So I'm gonna send it from my pipeline to my SBCC teacher account. There's so much other stuff we can do. Now I'm just press the little send. Now, I sent it to my SBCC teacher account. So when I go to my SBCC teacher account right now, it's not coming in yet. And in fact, again, email, we think it's automatic. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes 30 seconds, sometimes it takes 10 minutes. It depends. One way I can help it, I can click on this little get mail right there, and it'll trigger the computer to go in and check for mail. But for the most part, it doesn't come in instantly. Whenever we do all these examples with emailing, and I have a whole exercise that we all do, some people get it immediately, some people, it takes like 10 minutes before it comes into them, right? So I don't know when you sent yours, but as long as you sent it to the right place, then you can wait. Also, I might want to check to see if maybe it landed in some other account. But I believe I sent it to this one, and I'm going to just kind of keep on talking, and then I'm going to come check, and at some point it'll pop in. I'm going to click on all inboxes so that it pops in. Remember, this is, you sent it through mail app, but it's a Gmail. It needs to go, the message needs to go to the Gmail company, who then needs to send it to the other account. Then that account has to send it to my Apple in here. So it's not like boom, right? And I should always check. I think it's on a
That's a
20,
long way around.
10 or 20-minute cycle before it works or something like that. Now I can also check my
I got
phone. I
it.
have noticed that what's that?
I got it.
You got it now, Denise? Okay. I can also check my phone and see if perchance it already arrived in my phone. Sometimes I've noticed that the things arrive a little bit faster on the phone sometimes. I believe I sent it from Pipeline, yeah. And I sent it to SBC Teacher. I'm going to keep looking on both of these, and at some point it should arrive. Now, oh, there it is. As I was speaking, it arrived into my phone. But notice that it hasn't yet arrived to my computer. So hopefully it arrived to my computer in a few more minutes or a few more seconds or whenever, right? Denise just said it arrived for her. I just showed you how it arrived on my phone, and at some point it'll arrive. So as long as you sent it to the right, accounts, then it'll come in. Now, has everyone tried that? Did everyone send it from one to the other? Yeah. Go ahead and send yourself an email from your personal to your pipeline, or from my pipeline to your personal, since you can check both. And I'm shortening this exercise. Normally we all send things to each other, we attach things and whatever, but right now I'm just kind of making sure you got the basics down. Because I want to show you how our contacts interacts with our apps, how our calendar interacts with our mail, they all interact with each other. So that's something I'm more interested in showing you with right now, than the specificities of whether, because if you send it to the right address, it'll go. And if you want to check if you sent it, go to your sent and make sure that in the sent, and let me just show you that. It's possible, since we're learning how to use this, that go to your sent and check. You sent from your pipeline. Did you send in your pipeline? Yeah, here I have my sent that I'm sending to myself, and it went out at 12:14. And I sent it to SBC Teacher. So at some point I might click on my inbox. Oh, it arrived. There we go. As I was showing you, there it is. SBC Teacher sent it to myself, and it just arrived. And I sent it from my pipeline. Okay. So there it is. Now it's on both my phone and my computer. So that was what, since we started talking, maybe 5 minutes since I began this little demo, that it did the cycle, and it arrived to both my devices. Susie.
Yes, could that be because of what Cox, if you pay a lower price, then they might not send it as fast?
I don't think they discriminate price. I think price has to do with what services you get, TV services or something. No, it's just that the system, some days when I do this demo, it arrives instantly. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes. The system checks in with the iCloud and with the companies every certain amount of minutes. And if maybe you just sent it at the end of the cycle and it arrives immediately, maybe you sent it at the beginning of the cycle and you need to wait 10 minutes before it arrives. You know what I mean? It's just like, it doesn't it's not like 100. If it were constantly checking, your internet would be occupied all the time with checking, your phone battery would run dry. you want to have it check every now and then, say 5 times an hour, every 10 minutes it checks anything new, boom, it brings it in, anything new. It's not like constant check. They check every now and then, they think this is
Right.
pushing, they push
Okay.
the information everywhere. And then, and the next cycle, it gets pushed and so on and so forth.
Got it.
I don't think it has anything to do with private personally, but I don't
I know you can pay more if you want it faster or something like that.
know. For mail, I don't
Or
think so.
the whole internet thing and the mail
That's
comes through the
different. That's internet. Yeah, you might have a very slow connection. That's different. Yeah, if you pay for a fast connection or a slow connection, that is
Right.
different. That, but not mail itself, but how fast your stuff moves around is more like how your stuff from your computer gets online, and online it comes into your computer. So yes, no connection would take longer in that sense. Yeah.
Right.
Thought you meant mail, and I was like, no, but yeah, the whole service from Cox or the whole service from Frontier, whoever you get, can change in speed. Okay. I'm gonna clear your answers, and hopefully you all got back the email that you sent yourself or are about to get it. I want to I'm gonna share my entire phone. I'm going to minimize my mail, and I can go to this little mail thing and click on the little Apple yellow thing and minimize it. And I want to show you guys the contacts app. So I'm gonna go ahead and I had so many things open because I've been showing you and demoing you stuff. And the system preferences. Okay, so let's open the contacts app. Again, you might have it on your dock or you might not. It comes on the dock, so unless you took it out, then it should be there. If you took it out, then you know anything you've taken out, you go to your Finder, go to applications, and you go to the C and you open it from there. Okay, so let's all open our contacts app on your computer. And while we're at it, you might want to go to your phone and open your contacts app on your phone. And here's my contact app. The app, the icon looks identical. It's a little, you know, the old-fashioned little dog-eared address book kind of thing. That's it. And I'll open it there. Now, I could be in one of many places when I open it. I could be already in my contacts, or I could be back here on the list where I see the accounts that I have contacts for. If you are in all contacts and you're already in the contacts and you're looking at your contacts. But if not, go to lists and go back out. And this is like the sidebar. And here's my contacts app on my computer where I have 3 bars where I have the sidebar. If perchance, once again, you're not seeing the sidebar, then let me know. But like if you make your app really tiny, in the case of the contacts app is the first time that say the sidebar disappears. I'm seeing individual names, but if I make it a little bit bigger, then here's the sidebar with the accounts. Here's my iCloud account, here's my pipeline, here's my teacher, and then here are the people in the middle, and then the actual app itself. Now, guys, because I am showing this app, 99% chance that when I upload this one to YouTube, that YouTube says that, you know, they can't project this video on YouTube because they think I'm exposing these people's addresses, which as you can tell, they're fake addresses. So, but that said, they don't know that. So, I see a hand. Yes, Susie?
Okay, in order to get to my contacts, I have to touch phone, the phone symbol, and then that shows me contacts.
No, on the phone, that's a roundabout way to do that. But
Okay.
you can also go straight to the contacts app. And what she's saying, you guys, is that for those of you who've never opened your contacts app directly, what she's saying is you go to your phone and then from there you go to contacts and then you get into contacts. That's a roundabout way. That's fine. That's a way to do it. But otherwise, there's an app called Contacts, and that's what you're accessing. It's like an inside link to your contacts, but you can just go straight to your contacts.
Okay,
And
I
if
never
you
saw that
don't know
part.
how to find that, then you go to the search, click on the little search gear and write contacts, and it'll come up. But basically you're getting to it a roundabout way, but you're getting to it. So it doesn't really matter which way you get to it, but just so you know. Because if you're looking just for someone's number, it's a bit roundabout. If you're not about to call them, you're about to give someone their number, you don't have to go to the phone, go to the contacts.
Right.
On the other hand, if you don't know where your contacts app is, maybe that's easier. Either way, you got to the same spot.
I got it, and thank you.
Okay. So now I'm going to re-save so that I can show only these two. So it's a bit smaller. So here's my computer and this is my phone, contacts app, which you can get to either way. So this side here that you see on your phone is equivalent to the sidebar right here. So it's my all contacts. It's like all email, right? All inbox. Here's just my iCloud account contacts. Here's just my pipeline, SPCC teacher. And then here I have something called directories that belongs to pipeline. When I said that no one's email address, that's a school email address is private, it's because the directories is basically you can find the people who are in, and this, you can't find them necessarily this way, but you can get anyone's email addresses because we're all connected to the same directory. You should be able to look up for the, dean of something and be able to find them. And so you do it because you're connected to a directory. Anyway, so how do we do this? If we click on all contacts, then every contact you have is combined. If you choose iCloud, then only the people that you have on your iCloud account are there. Pipeline, that only the people in your pipeline account are there. SPCC teacher, only the people in SPCC teacher account are there. Same thing we've been doing up until now. Does that make sense? Give me a yes if that is clear. You might discover that you don't have anyone under all these other accounts and all your accounts are under one, then you're lucky. But some people have their accounts spread out. Yeah. Give me a yes, and if that's not working or you don't see that, give me a no. Sue, you look a bit confused, so.
Wait.
No, you were unmuted, now you're muted, so if I need to help you, you need to unmute yourself again. What's happening?
I keep on getting, when I click on my contacts, I get Cathedral Oaks. I can't get out of it. I go to take it off.
You're inside. Okay, share your screen. You might be without your drive. Yeah, go ahead and share your screen. Now, okay, so you're missing your sidebar. Yeah, so go ahead and make your window a little bit bigger, which is kind of what I said. When you don't see your sidebar, click on this little window and expand it a little bit to the side. Click on it first. You need to first click to turn it on. So click, just click, click. No. Where you were. Over here, just click down. This happens quite a bit with everyone, you guys. Let me explain what I mean. When you share your screen right now, and this is back to all the way to Intro to the Mac, up here next to the Apple, it says Zoom Workplace. It doesn't say contact. So that means that this app is not active. See how there's no 3 colors here? So you need to click somewhere, it doesn't matter where, on the app to bring it to the foreground so you can work on it. So you need to just click. When I say just click, I mean just click. There we go. So now see how there's little colors on these? That means that you have finally just clicked on it. Now you can go to this edge and expand it. It needs a bit more space. Yeah, double-headed arrow, click and drag.
You're just teaching me that.
And for some reason you're not, there it is. Finally, you have your sidebar. Okay. You just needed to get a bit bigger. Okay. Now you have your sidebar. Now, all contacts up here is the contacts of all your accounts together. And here they are. Now click on just iCloud to see if you have stuff on just your iCloud. Looks like you have some there. Now click on my Mac. I'm going to explain to you guys what that is. Good. You shouldn't have anything other than that. Now click on all pipeline. Nothing there. So that means that of the only account that you connected, which is pipeline, other than the iCloud, you don't have anything there. So you don't need to worry. your all contacts is equivalent to your all iCloud, because you just don't have anything on the others. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, no. My, everything, my all contacts is my pipeline.
Your all contacts, just like your email, shows you the contacts from this account and that account and that account and that account. But guess what? Everything was empty. So your all contacts is the same as your iCloud.
So why does it come like this and not on alphabetical? Oh, it is alphabetical.
It is alphabetical. So now
Okay, got it.
you're under A, but, and this is the part that I was going to start to explain, it's alphabetical, but it's the last name that's alphabetical. You can choose what you want, but right now it says Ray and Barbara, so it doesn't look alphabetical, but the last name starts with A. Dr. Ahmed Walid Alberti. Does that make sense? Whoever
Yeah.
you put as last name, it is alphabetically ordered. You can choose it differently. You can want the first names alphabetically ordered or whatever, but right now that is alphabetically ordered. So if you put your mouse on this column, put your mouse on this column now. Move your mouse to this one, yeah, and now start scrolling down. And now there's your B, okay?
B's.
And so on and so
Okay.
forth. C,
It's
okay?
just in a different order than on my phone.
No, it shouldn't. So let's go see your phone. I'm going to stop mine to show you how it works on your phone, but your phone should be the same. I'm going to share my screen now. And I'm going to share. So here's my computer, right? Like what she was saying. Here's my A. I have a smaller contacts because this is kind of fake. And I have only a few A's and a few B's and a few C's, but there we go, right? D's, E's. So I just have a few. When I look at my phone, again, if I go to my all contacts, then, and we're going to talk about duplicates. So for now, don't do anything. I mean, if you want to, you can do that. But here's my A's, you know, here's my B's, here's my C's. Okay. So, yeah, now notice that I might have put in, some people. Do I have a different thing turned on? Oh, pipeline. Oh, yeah. I have my Yahoo turned on, which I don't have here. I don't see my junk mail one. So when I go to my all contacts, I do have people here that are different than there. You see that? I have Seraphim right there that I don't have there as my first A. Why? Because I have one extra account, which is this one. Does that make sense? And I have 226 people in that account. So I am seeing those in my all contacts.
Deanna, just to remind you, it's 12:32. If you
Think
have
I
your
only
other.
have 3 more minutes. Okay. So now, let me clear your answers. Carol, you're saying no. Can you give me some indication of what's not working? You're not. You're muted. You're muted. You're still muted.
No, but why did the gals come up with Cathedral Oaks?
My contacts disappeared.
Okay, why did something come up? It's whatever you were clicking on. If you're clicking on Yolanda, you see Yolanda. If you're clicking on Ryan, you see Yolanda. If you keep Ryan, so go click on someone else and it'll leave Cathedral Oaks. Just answering Sue, who said that. Right? Whoever you're clicking on, you're seeing their contacts. Okay? Seeing Justina, this is Justina. Now, before I go much further, just to connect this to the mail app, just as a quick, and then we're going to end and then I can help people. Say that I want to write to Steve Arnold and I click in here. I can go over here. I can click on this and call him. I can text him or I can mail him. Since we were just in the mail app, let me open my mail app again for a second. Here's my mail app so you can see it. So say that I want to mail Steve Arnold. I can click on the word mail and look, an email got ready to go, sent to Steve Arnold. Now I just need to write my email. See that?
Wow.
Okay, so this is the kind of stuff I wanted to get to, the connections between the apps, okay? Now, some of you guys haven't seen that, but what if I have a little family group that these people, and this we're gonna see next week, I'm gonna be done with this, but just so you guys see, what if I have a family group in my contacts, right? And I want to write to family, and I have like, 20 family members. Now, I'm gonna go to my email, I'm gonna make a new message, and instead of sending it to all those people, I'm just gonna write family, and here's my group. And there it is. It's been addressed to all those family members. In my contacts, I made a little list of all these people. And then when in the email, instead of having to write the email for each of those people, I just wrote the word family. And all these people popped in, okay? I have another one here, holiday cards. Holiday cards go to these people. I go here and I'll just write a holiday and I click on that and all these people have been addressed. Pretty cool?
Very cool.
All right, I'm gonna stop my share. This we will begin to practice next week. And the same with calendar. There's all these connections between all these apps when you have them in one place and have them in another. So we're gonna start with the contacts next week. But meanwhile, you guys go play with your contacts app if you can. Figure it out. I also have handouts in the handout folder of how to use these, but go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, Carol, do you want to share your screen so I can help you find your contacts app? Other than that, class is over right now. I'll help a few people a few minutes. Raise your hand if you have a couple of questions, relatively short. I have another class starting soon, but I'm happy to help a few more people. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Practice, open. I've been talking about the apps I'm going to teach you, the calendar, the contacts, the email, the notes, all of those are connected in one way or another. So start opening them. If you have them on your phone, check them out on your computer if you never use them. If you have them on your computer, check them out on your phone if you never use them. Start playing around, and that when we get to them on Thursday, they're not absolutely completely new to you. All
Thank
right?
you, Deanna.
So bye. Okay.
Bye.
So, let's find your contacts app. Let's go and get a finder window. So go here to the little smiley guy on your dock. And then let's go to your applications, which is here under favorites that you've closed down. So go to favorites. No, over here. Go to favorites because this should, yeah. Yeah, and click on that little arrow right there. Yeah. There's your applications then. There we go. And now it's alphabetically ordered, so go all the way to the C. Here it is. Whoop, you're passing it. And you might want to grab it and drag it to your dock. There you go. And now you can open your contacts app from the dock. And
That's what I was trying to do, and it just disappeared on screen
yeah.
before. Okay,
Okay, so
thank
now
you.
click on your contacts app and open it up. Let me make sure it has a sidebar. Because when it first opens, it opens without sidebar. So now extend it, make it bigger sideways. Because usually the sidebar needs, there you go. Now you have your sidebar. Ooh, you have a lot of group names that we need to get rid of. Okay. So here you go. Go to all contacts on the top, and then that'll be all your contacts. Cool. Now you can start clicking on people and seeing their stuff over there. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I think that's it. Oh, I thought Michelle had a question, but she left. So I guess that's it then. All right. Yeah, Susie.
I'd like to see if I can't download your classes, and I'm not sure how to go about getting
Okay,
to
go ahead
them.
and share your screen. We'll do it real quickly. And the easiest way is to have you sharing it to me and I will.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye, Julie. Bye, Barbara.
Thank you. See you Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, have you shared your screen before, Susie?
I have. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I've got it on share. Can you see it?
You need to do share and then share again. And if it's not sharing, then you need to give it permission. Does it say something like go to system preferences? So tell me what you're looking at. You clicked on the share button.
Yes,
Now
twice.
there's another at the bottom, blue button with white letters that says share.
At the bottom on the dock?
No. Once you say share, you're going to see a window And that window at the top says entire screen. In the middle bottom of that window, it should say share with the blue letters. Blue button with white letters.
A blue button with white letters.
Okay, let's start again. Go click on the green share button.
Oh, let's see, it's gone off of here now.
Go back to Zoom.
Oh, there I am. Okay, there we are. Okay, share.
Share. Now, that
Okay.
next window, look at the bottom of that next window, and do you see a blue button that says share in white letters?
Yes.
Okay, click on that one.
Okay.
Okay, now it probably says something about permissions. So go to the settings, system.
It says open system
Yes.
setting.
Say open system settings. We usually
Okay.
do this all at the beginning, the first day, we take care of all these things. All right,
Right,
now
so
system
sorry.
settings on the right side of your screen. Look for the word Zoom.
See, I see it.
Okay, click on the word Zoom and you have to click on the bubble to enable it, and it's gonna ask you for your computer password.
Okay.
Then it'll say something about now or later, say later.
Later.
Okay, good. Now go back to Zoom and start again, and this time it'll share. Going back to the share button, and it's twice. Share button, green button, and then share blue button with white letters.
I'm on Zoom.
Okay, so go to the green share button.
Okay, it says, oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing this on your own. It says quit and reopen. So I'll say
No,
later again.
No, later, say later.
Okay, so
And
now
go back to Zoom and click
Zoom.
on share again.
Zoom. I'm doing Zoom up on the black, up, not at the bottom. Oh, at the bottom of this, on your dock down there. Oh, now there you are.
Okay, so
Okay.
now say share, green button,
Share.
and then again, white button, white letters, blue button, share again, 2 shares.
Okay.
That whole system settings is one time only. From now on, it's just those 2 buttons, but it's 2 shares. Share and then share. Do you see the blue button with white letters?
Yes.
Click on it.
Do it again. Okay. Now it says allow Zoom place to share your screen.
Yes.
And so I'll say, shall I say open system settings?
Oh, I thought you did that. Did you put in your computer password and everything already? It shouldn't be asking you again.
I put in my computer password, yes.
Well, it looks like it's asking you to do it again. Okay, go for it. I do need to go, so let's do it again. Something
Right.
missing.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't turn on the bubble. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So now I'm to the place where it says screen and system audio recording up at the top.
Yeah, you just need
And
to look for the word Zoom and turn on the bubble to the right of the Zoom.
Okay, turn on the bubble to the right. Open and reopen. Well, when I turned on the button, I don't want
And
to.
it asks you for your password. Say yes to yes. You want to share the screen. Yes, you want to share recording. Yes, you want to accept recording. Say yes to everything.
Oh, see, it's not having, it's just saying later, it's saying quit and
Okay,
reopen
if it
again.
says later, quit and reopen, then say later. Did you click on later yet?
Later. Okay, now we know
Now, if you've
at the
said
end of-
later,
Okay, at the end of
what
the
else does it say?
word, it's like a white circle and I click on that, but then it doesn't open up.
No, nothing. After you say later, if you
Yeah.
clicked on later and that box disappeared,
Yes, it did.
okay, now you just need to go back to Zoom and let's once again try it. And if just go back
Okay,
to Zoom.
Am I going to zoom on the screen in front of me or am I going to zoom down on the bottom of the
No,
computer?
Zoom to where we're talking, right next to where you usually say yes or no or in the chat, there's a green arrow that says share.
Okay. Oh, shoot. So I'm going down by like, where
Where
it has,
if you were to have to say yes or no to me right now, where the heart is, react, where is that?
oh, where the heart is. Okay, the heart isn't there yet. I'm clicking on Zoom. Oh, there. Okay. Now, okay, I can click react.
No, not react. Next to it is the share.
Okay, share. Okay,
Share.
let me try one more time. It comes up with Julie Moore and Barbara
Okay.
Walsh on here.
All right, if you said share,
Okay,
it
I'm
should
clicking on
say,
share.
okay, now it should say something like entire screen.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
now it does.
Now in the bottom, you'd have another blue button that says share with white letters, but it's a blue
Yeah.
button. Click on
Okay.
it. Good, now you're sharing. Okay. Now go ahead and say allow to this next thing. But now I can see you, so now I can help you with that.
Okay.
Now you can click on, click over here Click to turn this on. First of all, you need to just click, no, not on the button, I'm sorry, just click
Oh, anywhere?
where you are, just click, yeah. There we go, and that's already on, so that's good. Okay, so now close this window. Okay, I do need to go, I need my break or I'm just gonna die in here until 9 p.m.
Exactly.
Close that, okay, so you've got reminders open, go say continue, it won't let you finish until reminders stops opening. Go here, down here where it says, keep going down to where it says continue. Okay, now I'm not about to teach reminders right now, so you can quit this app. So what was your question now? The reason you wanted to share?
My question was, I wanted to be able to get to your class so that I
Oh,
can.
got it. Oh, God, this will take a bit. Okay, go to Safari or Chrome, whatever you use for browser, Safari.
Sorry.
You said you had gotten to my class.
I had gotten.
So now we have to go all the way there again?
What happened to Safari?
This is Safari. You need to go to SBCC over there. You need to put in my.sbcc.edu.
Yeah,
My.sbcc.edu.
but it's not showing the thing up at the top. It's got
Yes, it
this
is.
all.
Search. You might have Zoom in the way.
Oh, I think I've got.
Go to
Zoom
the
in the
history.
way.
If you've already gotten there, maybe you can go to history and we can find it there. Did you go today to it?
History.
No, you didn't go today. Okay, let's go faster. Go ahead and type my.sbcc.edu. Just let's start.
Anywhere? Just start typing
No.
it?
No. You need to click away from this window now. Yeah, out of history. I'm sorry. I'm hurrying you. It's just that
That's okay. I know you.
5 more
So
hours
you-
and I need my break. Do you see where it says search or enter website name? Do you see that or is Zoom in the way?
Something's in the way. There's a whole black
So you
thing.
need to drag this window down so that you can see it.
Oh, there. Okay, now
There.
I can do
Now, my.sbcc.edu.
Okay, it should come right there because it's already there.
Okay, hit return or enter.
Return.
Okay, put in your stuff. Just
There.
use that. Yep. And then put
Okay.
put your finger on the Touch ID. Say log in. Okay.
Then I go over here to
Gmail.
Gmail, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now go here.
See, here's where I was the other day and I
There.
wouldn't.
Go up
and
there.
then-
That's my email. That's my email. Go away. Go up there.
Oh,
That's
that's
I sent you today. Go up there. Click
Here?
on that icon. Yep. Click on it. The little dots. That's an icon. Click on that.
Click on more or these three
Click
dots?
on the dots. On
the
those 9
dot.
dots. Click on that. No, you're looking at Zoom again. You need to move that Zoom stuff away. You need to see the Gmail app. There's a button right there.
Oh, right here.
Yes, click on
Well, now I
that.
go to Drive,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other day.
Okay, now go to shared drives.
Yeah, shared drives. Okay, I did this the other day.
Shared drives.
Do I double click?
Just no, single click. You just got to click on it. Nothing will happen until you click. Okay.
Okay.
And you don't have the drive. Okay.
That's where I got.
Okay, you need to fix it with them, but let me just do it right now because I'm in a hurry. I'm going to put your information in there yourself. I can do it temporarily, but next class you take a class, it's not going to work.
Right.
Susie, let me see. I need to.
See, I tried 4 times yesterday and I would get to this part and then it would stop.
I know, I need to find your, that's a problem you need to go to the tech support and tell them they need to fix your account because your shared drive isn't working, but I'm gonna go in and add you individually, but then they think it's been managed. And it's not been managed, it's that I've just put you in individually, which is a fix it. But if you're new to the school, they need to fix the fact that you're not getting the shared drives.
Okay, I can go down there.
Now I just shared it. So now it's showing, see that? But that's because I shared it individually. I can't share things individually. So now double click, but you need to tell them, hey, my teacher says my shared drive isn't working.
Well, I'll go and do
Okay,
that.
double click and open that up now.
Okay.
Double click to open it. Try again. Your mouse isn't really on the, yeah, there. You need to be on the letters. You're going above the letters. Yeah. Here we go. Zoom class recording links, double click. Now no, you were there. Go back up. Okay, so this is Zoom class recording links. No,
Is this yours?
down a little bit lower there. Zoom class recording links, double click. And now that
Oh,
is.
that's the one.
And now go
Okay.
ahead and say, I understand, since it's the first time ever. Just say, I got it. Okay, and here they are. So that's the recording for the
So
first
now I
time.
can go back and start. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Learn,
just go ahead and
what I
click on
need.
that so that I make sure, since we got you here, that you can open
Right
it so
here?
you can watch what to buy for next
Okay.
week. Click one
Yes.
time and then click on this that appears in the bottom. So click on this link that appears in the bottom. No,
This
when
here?
you click on that, this appeared, right? So now you need to click on this that appeared right under you. There we go. Perfect. Click on that. And here's my video and it'll show you.
Oh, and then okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry that I've been in such a hurry, but I just.
No problem. I
Okay.
hate to
All
keep
right.
you over. Okay, go to the bathroom. Thank you.